sack at the quarter point of the season. Undefeated, but we won. Take down now. David Crutchfield will kick off. type of defense. You gotta get to the ball. You can't take a sack. Ryan Suckup will run it away. Jared Mitchell awaits it and lets it bounce. They South Carolina roll down to the 31-yard line. 49 nothing on the return. Edson is back on the left. Wins last week's game. Very saluted a high stream. He's a senior. Stream for the first time as LSU quarterback and had a terrific for 2 touchdowns. Not intercept yet. Block Johnson Hills hit and Stewart. Brandon Feld, Hester, Johnson, and Mitchell have their skill set. And the early set is Tracy also said wide receivers not playing today because of Louisville. Demetrius Bird and Chris Mitchell open as a slot receivers here. That's inside. Brandon Feld, number 1. It's the back for the 30s. John has checked the snap for Gamecocks South Carolina up front. Well, that Mitchell starting quarterback with a defensive unit in Justin. It will be second down and 4. Look at LSU come out aggressively in this game, and they not one mess around South Carolina. Bird and Mitchell, the first-year player now for LSU, are on the field now. The game's a bit of a little to see as a blitz by South Carolina. Flynn finds hand open, drops ball. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Jared Mitchell, who was 6 catches last week. And one of the defenders is on the floor. It's one of the men, Jasper Brinkley down. Yes, and Jasper Brinkley, their playmaker, middle of the defense. And by the way, out of practice South Carolina, he everything. Everything's going through this guy for the defense. Not only will they can't have him hurt physically, mentally, the mental part of this game, a lot is on his shoulders. Emmanuel Cook came up and you see his knee get right under, right there on the end of that play, under middle. Jabber's twin brother Casper all started to Thompson, Georgia, to the west. Gunner, check the advance. Norwood ball, edge ball, and Brinkley. It's Casper play. In the middle, Casper Brinkley. Trace will check on his status. And the defensive secondary, Munner, Stewart, and Thompson. 34. Win back. Stone coming. Inside half is blocked by Jared Mitchell. South Carolina only had 2 defensive linemen on the field that time, but Brush right up the gut was to force that throw high. You throw the ball high, you're going to get incompletions, and that's exactly what happened. Hunter in his senior year, Patrick Fitter, and he's on one edging 44.5 in the first 3 games at D for the Gamecocks. Captain Munner. Got to the wall there. Yes, he did. Munner let go and it hops out of bounds. Not a particular good punt. Matter of fact, it's a very poor punt. 25 yards. Back to Doty. He will be mostly. He's the center of the lead, but better block him. Got your new appliances from the Home Depot. You just sign right here. Appliances. Honey, if I get new golf clubs, you can get whatever you like. Right now, no payments, no interest for 12 months on purchases or wide of $299 more. Sign with your Home Depot consumer credit card. Get 6% of your first purchase when you with a new Home Depot credit card account and put it on the card. Bug on the statue. Progress way past it. Hey, buddy, about the statue. So lifelike. Dude.
Get him!
Do you have accident forgiveness? Calls to sign today. Are you in gas? Philadelphia.
What are you doing, sweet?
I'm texting, Mom, but I just school Delaware. Mitochondrion is the powerhouse, so you can see it. My brother was to school in Prague. Jak samasz Prague. I got a bunch of friends who study in Chicago, so I need a network that works where I live. It's called Philaware Prague Chicago. It's back. Yep. The new AT&T works more pieces like Philaware Prague Chicago. My name is Alex Vida. My family means everything to me. Well, 20 go first order, and we'll check the Louisiana State defense ranked #1 in college football. Jackson Dorsey, favorite for Alexander, and Kirsten linebacker Sanders with Highsmith, senior, and his secondary new starters. Their safeties, Seltz and Taylor, Jackson and Zenon, both in their third year as starters for LSU. Jared Cook on the second tight end, and Blake Mitchell will operate in the gun on 1st and 10 with Corey Boyd alongside. Mitchell goes right, men open, and Jared Cook makes the grab. The cross midfield at 45. It's a gain of 16. Third year as a head coach, South Carolina, Steve Spurrier.
Yeah, he got one of those teams that is in transition still. Not funny to say when you're a number 12 team in the country. It's early yet, but he knows he's putting it together piece by piece, and he believes if he gets that play out of his quarterback, there are holes in the defense. Interesting.
It's down and 10. Your center now is Mitchell. Quick step. Tip inside, and it falls incomplete. Kirsten Fitton with the tip in the attempted interception, and Les Miles, 5-4 as a head coach at Louisiana State.
What I was kind of saying is that the players won't trust anything that you say if you don't trust that you care. And I think what Les Miles got going in LS right now, these players trust that Les Miles cares about them. Now, all this stuff going on the inside, but interestingly, when we talked to the players, it didn't seem to filter them all.
Absolutely. Second down 10. Here comes the four-man LSU rush. Mitchell goes deep down the middle. Jared Cook. It's knocked away on the secondary hit. Zenon was put there, and then Craig Steltz, and Cook is going to be very slow getting up.
And that is one of those plays that if you're going to throw the ball down the middle like that, you should not let it hang, especially against Steltz. He's one of the big hitters. Remind me, he had to come in. I mean, great hit. Zenon's there, Steltz is there, and unfortunately, the ball was there at the same time. You know, when you're going to throw it, remember, against these guys, you better get up under. This is like playing against, you know, one of those top-notch defenses that you very seldom see where they got 4 rushers. Timing. Get it out of your hand because you're not going to have all the time.
Well, as Jared Cook hit ground, it looked like he'd been victim of a right uppercut.
Yeah.
He was out on his feet.
And he's one of those blend guys. He half tight end, half wide receiver. You see him all over the football field, and it gives South Carolina good matchups to believe they can usually get him on safeties. They did not in this one, but Steltz, he's a special football player, this guy.
Steltz, number 16, could will walk off the field unassisted. Steltz, who replaces Jesse Daniels in this backfield. Of course, other safety went on to the National Football League, LaRon Landry. This LSU team, though, has moved on without a hiccup. Third down and down.
Danny McCray, number 44, comes in a lot. They're in nickel patch. He's over the slot right down there.
I formation. Play fake.
no, excuse me, it was Wednesday, actually. When he gets inside the 50, he might keep 4 down. This is too far away, 4th and 10. I mean, even Steve is, I know there's Kinos around here, but not even Steve.
Well, Succop, that little rugby move to the right side, that's a fine punt.
Yes,
wow.
It was.
Oh, did he? Out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Ryan Succop, who does it all, he's the punter and the place kicker for South Carolina. And wonderful effort for Succop, Matt Flynn. And the LSU Tigers have it for the 2nd time when we return to Baton Rouge.
Don't touch my Bud Light.
Yeah, right.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Nice work, boys.
The extreme power of Energizer Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery and high-tech devices. Energizer. Keep going.
What a burger lover loves to hear. 3 cuts of prime beef, brown fresh, grilled perfectly. It's our triple prime burger. Order it right now, and our endless fresh garden bar is yours free. You heard it right, free. Ruby Tuesday.
I started this company with nothing. My parents gave me encouragement. That was all they could give me. Now this company is who I am. And it'll help me deliver on a promise I made to my daughter. To help her start a company that will be who she is.
At John Hancock, we have the insurance, investment, and retirement products to help build, protect, and sustain the future you've promised yourself. John Hancock, the future is yours.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and
Tim Brando in New York. Ole Miss's Justin Muzon is going to make a whale of a defensive play. Gets a hand on this Tim Tebow pass. And that means Joey Ehas would have to settle for a 25-yard field goal. Ole Miss has the ball at their own 35 with a 4th and 11 coming up. You can't overlook anybody in the SEC, gentlemen. Let's get back to Baton Rouge and Vern.
Tim, you are so right. I never even thought of that as a trap game, you know. And Ole Miss, we got a chance to watch much of it here.
They
really gave Florida what they wanted.
They're starting to recruit. They're putting people in place, and that's what happens. The bar's been raised, right, Vern?
Oh, boy. 1st down and 10 from the 5. Matt Flynn backs in the eye. They go left side to Jacob Hester. Quinn Johnson, number 45, the fullback, leading the way, and Marquis Hall, number 79.
Well, this team is not anymore just Steve Spurrier in offense. Tyrone Nix right there. He's defensive coordinator. Listen to this. On the road, the last 2 years, this defense, his defense, has not given up more than 17 points to any SEC team. That's Florida, Tennessee, Georgia. That's what the defense has done on the road. They're not going to back up today.
Well, and Spurrier and his go back to the Spurrier side on 2nd down, make the point after this. 2nd and 6. And they'll give it off up the middle. Jacob Hester breaks the tackle and sprints out to the 23-yard line. Emmanuel Cook makes the tackle, but a 15-yard gain for Jacob Hester.
Well, it's tough to tackle Jacob Hester anyway, but one of the changes because of the injury to Nathan Pepper is Cliff Matthews, number 83, is playing. He's also, see, he misses the tackle right there. He's also playing, young player, gifted player, but he's playing with a bandaged right hand because of a cracked bone in his wrist.
1st down and 10 on that 15-yard gallop by Hester. Play fake, Flynn flips it out. Right side, it's the fullback, Quinn Johnson. Had a nice move out to the 33. And Jasper Brinkley went down. We've got more from Tracy Wilson. Trace?
That's right, guys. They said Jasper Brinkley has a right knee sprain. It also looked like he scraped it up a bit. They cleaned it, bandaged it, put a soft black brace on it, and said he could go back in. He tried to just go in. He came right off after that last play, shaking his head. He's right now on the training table. They're looking at it again. Any more information, I'll bring it to you.
race. There's his brother Casper on the field, second down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Right side, first down LSU is Jacob Hester. And let's go back once again and check in with Tim Brando in our New York studios. Timmy?
Vern, when we left you, we mentioned it was 4th and 11 for Ed Orgeron. Decided to go with a fake punt. This is Justin Sparks, the punter, to Robert Lane, a former quarterback, now a tight end. They come up short of the first down, so Florida does have the ball with 2:10 remaining. It's not done yet, though, in Oxford. Back to Vern and Garrett.
I don't think so. First down and 10. Charles Scott, number 32, makes his first appearance in the backfield. They fake to him. Flynn, nobody open, makes his second read and goes deep. It's Jared Mitchell, who had about a foot. Captain Munnerlyn, number 1, was defending.
You know, without Jasper Brinkley in there, what South Carolina's been forced to do is go to their nickel and dime package by getting different people on the boards. Now this one on the field, this one's just a little overthrow on the center fielder for LSU baseball.
That's right, Jared Carter. You've done your homework.
Jared Mitchell, right?
Jared Mitchell.
Yeah, right there.
I didn't do my homework.
I mean, that was a triple. Right over his head.
Well, he only hit 258 last year.
Well, but he stole a lot of bases.
He had 18 steals. You and I have been going to the same dictionary. Second down. Flynn comes right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, and the ball slipped.
Yep, that's what I used to do. The old slipped. Just make sure everybody sees the old slip. Sometimes, because he was wide open, they tried to get a linebacker out underneath it, and as he throws the ball, it just sails. Let's see if anybody's in his face. Not really. That one, I guess you got to classify that as a slip, because that was a wide open completion that time to LaFell, don't you think? I mean, nobody near him. Nobody near him.
Well, we had rain showers about an hour ago, but it's not raining now, so you can't blame it on a wet football.
Nope.
Third down and 10. And the fifth-year senior Matt Flynn will operate from the gun. Redhelm snaps it back. Got a man. It's Mitchell open on the left side, but he's short of the first down, so fourth down.
Well, South Carolina's defense is very aggressive. They want to play physical. They believe to win this game, they must be physical in the secondary. They must hit the receivers, but even though they're aggressive, they backed off and let the underneath throw go there, and it's smart defense come up and make the tackle.
And so on fourth down, Fisher is coming on. There's Captain Munnerlyn, who gives way to Kenny McKinley. Munnerlyn was back for the first punt. Fisher popped that one all of 25 yards.
Let's see if in the middle of this, Cliff Matthews is going to put pressure. Here he comes again. He got it. He got it. He got it.
He did it.
Cliff Matthews, the guy who got it.
And so it limps to a rest at the 33-yard line. They came right up the middle again.
Yep, and it was with his bandaged hand, too. He came right up the middle. He was right over the center, and he went right through the wall. A wall that's looks a little weak there. Looked like the Berlin Wall crumbling on that one. Watch it coming right up the gut. You can't run through three people like that. That's embarrassing if you're LSU.
Looks like Jarvis Moss.
Yes, it sure did.
This was the Pontiac game-changing performance from last week. Alabama dramatically returned to the polls behind John Parker Wilson's TD to Matt Caddell in the final seconds against Arkansas. Go online to view and vote for this week's top plays. The winning school will receive a $5,000 general scholarship contribution courtesy of Pontiac in the only fan-voted scholarship award program. And when you vote, you can register to win a $5,000 scholarship for you or someone in your family. Voting starts Sunday at Pontiac.com/NCAA.
Welcome to the new shape of fast. Introducing the new Pontiac G6 GXP Street Edition. Pontiac, designed for action.
Only 1 in 4 people are very confident they have saved enough for retirement. Who can help you feel more confident about your future? The Hartford. Prepare to live your future the way you've always seen it. See your advisor. wiser about the latest products and solutions from the Hartford. Because you're not preparing to retire, you're preparing to live. The Hartford. Prepare to live.
It's a night of guest stars.
Amy.
Ted. Barney. On the season premiere of How I Met Your Mother. CBS Monday.
We're back in Baton Rouge. Let's take a look at Home Depot's tools for success.
Well, and let's talk about the defense for LSU. It's got such a reputation. The reason it does is because they come at you in so many different ways, whether great play in the secondary, physical play from the defensive end or up the middle, or just all-around toughness and leadership from an All-American. They just got so many different ways. You must be very good, and that translates into numbers like that.
First in scoring and total yards, second passing yards, third and fourth, respectively, in the next few numbers. Mike Davis now, who will rotate with Corey Boyd, is on the field as a running back. Jared Cook is back. They fake the reverse and hand it off to Davis, who goes right and does manage to get almost 5 yards on the first down play. Well, this LSU team in the first quarter has been totally dominant. Look at this, 27 to nothing.
And in the first half ever, they've just been blowing people out. And see, this is the advantage. Steve Spurrier, when he's facing up a defense like this Bo Pelini defense, he's saying, get me to the second half. Exchange of punts, advantage South Carolina.
Second down and 5. Quick setup, left side, Kenny McKinley, and that's going to be good enough for a first down on the left side. What a gaudy stat, under 16 games and almost a quarter now under Les Miles, 16 home games. LSU has outscored opponents in the first quarter 167-7.
Wow. It's not even a night game today.
No. glad you noticed.
Steve Spurrier kind of, I don't think he hid the fact that he was happy that CBS picked up the game and it was in the afternoon.
Absolutely.
He's got a lot of experience in this league and he knows it's a little different animal here at night.
First down and 10. 7.5 to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. Special teams battle early on has been won by South Carolina. Here's Davis, breaks the first tackle. Nice effort. And let's go back to the studio for this Liberty Mutual update. Once again, here's Tim Brando.
Vern, I've got a near shocker and a shocker. The Fighting Lettermans, Ball State, Jake Hoke, 55 yards at Nebraska. Oh, it's wide left, 41-40 Huskers. And Syracuse ends Louisville's 20-game home winning streak, 38-35. And oh, by the way, Florida won in Oxford in a tussle against Mississippi. Back to Vern and Gary.
Okay, Tim, thank you. And we'll be here in a couple of weeks for Florida LSU in prime time.
Oh, really? I didn't notice we had that on this.
Yeah.
Really? We're coming back here.
We are. Here comes the blitz.
Watch out.
Mitchell is nailed for the second time. Up the middle, Derry Beckwith, the middle linebacker, number 48.
Southern California and LSU, I'm talking California, not Carolina, are the teams that do it better than anybody. The zone blitz and freeing up linebackers. They just do it better than anyone of getting a guy free. And what they do is their inside guys grab people. If they get blocked, they don't try to get through. They won't let you release, and they free up. They're very well schooled on saying, all right, if someone's blocking me, I'm not going to let them chip off on somebody else. It's just good coaching and great athletes.
3rd and 16. Four-man rush. No, there is a corner blitz coming, and they complete it to Davis, the running back, and they pick up the first down.
Wow. That was a great play by Blake Mitchell right here. He saw that guy coming in. Remember how he got hit the play before. Now he's got a guy coming right into his face and picks up a little dump pass. You get it to people who can move the chains, and this is exactly what the Gamecocks are saying. Keep us in a game. Maybe they get a little frustrated. They're used to just shutting people down, and the little Spurrier defense that could, the offense that could, like last year against Florida, just keeps chugging down the field.
They lost that game in Gainesville on that blocked field goal by Jarvis Moss. Here's pressure and a little behind Jared Cook. Blake Mitchell incomplete. Fifth-year senior. And did the visor go?
A little bit. See, what happens two guys are going to block right here on Dorsey, and that allows the defensive end to come around to the outside. Watch, two on Dorsey, and into the outside, boom. Somebody gets off a half step late to the outside. That time it was Meredith looking in at Dorsey, just one hesitate, and then off of, here comes a guy to the outside. That's what a great tackle. I mean, those guys, like a Jerome Brown, you know, Warren Sapp, that's what he's like.
Motion in the line, everybody gets reset. Bobbled snap, and now the flag, it's going to be a pre-snap penalty. So they did not get reset.
Well, it looked to me like the right tackle moved for South Carolina. Let's see what happens here. Sorensen, I thought, moved.
Dead ball. Offside. The defense. 99 was in the usual zone. Causing a false start. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
That's Thomas Ritter, our referee, and Marlon Favorite.
Favorite comes here. Now watch the movement here. Well, it was earlier than that, actually. It was actually earlier. Well, that looked like everybody got back to me on that one. Oh, well, 5 yards, 5 yards. You know, here's just something to look at early in this game. Blake Mitchell's doing a good job moving the chains, but he's already been hit 6 times in this game. Body punches like a boxer. Boom, boom, boom. Does it add up?
Second down, 5. 5:16 to go. Scoreless first quarter in Baton Rouge. Gamecocks go from the I, 3 wides. Quick flip, a little one-man screen. Kenny McKinley rounds the corner, and he's moved to the 31-yard line. Jonathan Zenon, and now a flag is thrown at the point of the tackle.
Guess it could be a horse collar type play. Did he get the face mask? Yes, he got face mask. Face mask, yep. Well, this is exactly little dink and dunk stuff that Steve knows to handle this pass. Right, it's funny talking. Steve's quote was precious.
Personal foul, face mask, number 19. Defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
You know, and Steve's talking about this great pass rush for LSU, and he says, well, you know, we couldn't block South Carolina State, so we're used to this pass rush. We let them run straight through. We should be used to it. We ain't blocked anybody yet.
No hit of irony at all,
exactly.
Of course.
Good message to his offensive lineman.
First down and 10. This is only the second time this year that any team has been inside the 20-yard line on LSU. The reverse coming left side. Now a double reverse, Kenny McKinley. And McKinley weaves his way out of bounds at the 9-yard line. We knew, did we not, that we were going to get a couple of gadget plays out of Steve Spurrier.
Not only was this a reverse, this was a reverse pass that was defended in the secondary. I don't know who saw it for watch this. This is coming across, but this guy right here stays home. Watch this. Play comes back. This is going to be a pass. Nobody's there, and McKinley is forced to run the ball because of great safety play.
The only time anybody has been inside the 20, Virginia Tech in the third quarter, 1-for-1. This is only the second time. How about this as a footnote? LSU is dead last in the SEC in red zone defense. Here's the handoff. Boyd goes right. Dragged down. And they are dead last because you determine effectiveness of red zone defense by percentage. Well, how about this?
You can throw the ball a little. You can run the ball a little with like these two running backs that South Carolina has. You can nullify an aggressive defense. So far, that's what's happened. See if Steve has something up his sleeve here to get somebody open. Doesn't have great experience at wide receiver.
Freddie Brown breaks top of the screen wide right. 1 touchdown scored against LSU in the first 3 games. That was by Virginia Tech. Mitchell, left side, inside McKinley. Dives for the goal line. I do not believe he got it. He's going to be ruled down just short.
Well, how pretty was that route? This was an audible. This was something that was ready for LSU. It was a slant. It was like a hidden slant to the outside. It was called by Blake Mitchell. He knows they're coming. He knows he has to get rid of it. And he almost like a pick play to the outside to Kenny Mitchell. One guy shades, the other guy runs it, and for the first down.
teams. Enterprise salutes NCAA student athletes for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Still have the wind damage to your house on your mind? One call to Farmers Help Point could fix that. Farmers Help Point. Sanity makes a comeback.
Are you easily distracted? Avoiding others? Is it affecting your home life? You may be a numismatist, a collector of coins, but now there's a cure. Genuine United States Mint coins, like the presidential $1 coin proof set. These coin sets may cause euphoria, insomnia, and are extremely habit-forming. If you're a numismatist, now there's hope for you. Visit usmint.gov. United States Mint, genuinely worthwhile.
This week, Dave's all new with Stupid Human Tricks, Jennifer Garner, and the one and only Paris Hilton.
Now that's entertainment.
Monday, don't miss Jamie Foxx and Jimmy Smits.
3:23 to go first quarter. First and goal, South Carolina. They're a foot away from the end zone.
South Carolina's gone on balance right. Two tight ends to the right side of the formation.
Corey Boyd is the deep back. He gets the handoff, dives, and is stopped. Second down. Chevis Jackson, number 21.
And on balance right didn't help, did it?
Didn't.
You gotta line up another guy over there. I mean, this is not a small South Carolina offensive line either, but that time the leverage inside, up front, LSU wins.
He lost a foot. McKinley goes wide to the right. Mike Davis is the deep back now in the eye. They toss to Davis, left side, touchdown. Only the second touchdown scored against LSU this season. The first was a meaningless score by Virginia Tech in the third quarter. And the Gamecocks come in and take the lead. Ryan Suckup for the extra point. How about that drive?
Well, it was so many good plays. The key third down drop-off play, remember, that was the one that really kept the drive alive. Now you come out, pull the guard and kick out, and nobody from the inside to get there. That's good offensive play for inside out, and gives something for Steve Spurrier to crow about. He's crowing right now, isn't he?
What a burger lover loves to hear. 3 cuts of prime beef, ground fresh, grilled perfectly. It's our triple prime burger. Order it right now, and our endless fresh garden bar is yours free. You heard it right, free. Ruby Tuesday.
Still have the wind damage to your house on your mind? One call to Farmers Help Point could fix that. Farmers Help Point. Sanity makes a comeback.
They use it to shoot the game. They use it to broadcast the game. They use it to produce the game.
The main man on the field today is Peyton Manning.
So why wouldn't you use it to watch the game?
It's Peyton Manning.
Nice Sony. Scoot over a bit, will you?
Nothing compares to a Sony Bravia HD TV because high definition is in our DNA.
Anybody got any chips?
The music of Nirvana in the powerful Cold Case season premiere.
You want to believe I did it?
You're a monster. Sunday, 9, 8 Central on CBS.
NFL doubleheader tomorrow on CBS. In the first game, many of you will see San Diego at Green Bay, others Houston, Jets, New England. And it's regional action, not a doubleheader. I beg your pardon. Cincinnati at Seattle. It all begins with
coming, and it was in the forecast. You take the ball because you don't know how sloppy it's going to be in the second half.
Suckup will kick off. Trindon Holiday, number 8, the 5'5 speedster, and Keelan Williams, the running back, await the kick at the 5. This is a short one. It'll be taken by Keelan Williams at the 8-yard line. And he nudges his way out across the 30. Now it's time for the playbook presented by the Hartford.
Well, the play behind the play, and nobody does it better. This is Spurrier devising an audible. Now watch Chevis Jackson give the signal. They're playing in and out coverage on these two guys, and they kind of hide and slant. Both guys go in. That's the best way to beat in and out coverage. And Spurrier had designed it. They ran it in practice all day, and they were looking for that coverage.
Well, Steve Spurrier's got the rain jacket back on, as do many of the 92,000 who gathered here. This is the effect of Tropical Depression 10. Moved inland to the Pensacola area last night. And handoff goes to Jacob Hester as he comes right. Marvin Sapp made the tackle.
Yeah, still no Jasper Brinkley, so they've moved. Marvin Sapp is listed back up to a couple guys there behind Polk and Brinkley. He's in the football game, and you know, next guy's got his, Steve always likes to say, first guy doesn't get it done, put that guy in, see if he can get it done. If he can't get it done, put the first guy back in.
You do that pretty well. 2nd down and 9. Here's Matt Flynn. He's got a man open in the crease. Beautiful pass. Catch is made by Richard Dixon. Number 82, the tight end, 24 yards.
Another injury for the Gamecocks, and they're there at that ball. But this is a tight end running a route to the outside. He fakes an out route, coming right out here, comes out, fakes out, and goes up. A wonderful throw. Fake out. You see him just leaving the screen, back in the seam, and a wonderful throw by Matt Flynn. I mean, this guy has all the parts in line. Talked to Gary Croton, the offensive coordinator. He says, you know what I like about it? Everything happens in a window. Nothing goes out. What it means is he throws the ball just in between his shoulders. He steps between his waist. He keeps his body over his toes. Sound like a golf analyst, don't I?
You do. You and David Fairdy and Peter Custis.
Yeah, you know, Vern, the tour, I thought you could have pulled off something here. The tour, on a day like this, when it gets bad, they tee it off early. You know,
right.
When they go previously recorded.
Right,
Why couldn't we do this? It was nice all morning.
Well, David Toms is here, the LSU grad, and he said, no.
You guys, they tee it off at 7:30. You're done by noon. And back to the golf course.
1st and 10 after the 24-yard pickup. The injured player was Lottie Ajaboy, defensive tackle. Here's Holiday. He's got great speed. He's only 5'5", 160 pounds. Second, he was in the 100-meter dash at the NCAAs this year.
Sometimes you just shouldn't try to figure out things if you're an analyst. You know, on muddy field, wet, go to your big, wait, that's not a big guy, that's a sprint guy. You know, you think, okay, let's go to our mutters now, you know? Nope, they're going to go to the fast guys. You just never know.
Trindon Holiday, 5'5", 160.
Still in the game.
Here's the handoff. They come right. It's Holiday. Oh, it's Christmas now. For the extra point to notch this one at 7. High snap. Flynn gets it down. That was a nice job on the hole because the snap from Jacob O'Hare was high and right. 33-yard touchdown run for Trindon Holiday.
Watch Brett Helms. Now, he's right here in the middle. He's going to reach once to take this guy, and then he reaches out to get the second layer. He helps one guy, then he reaches out, throws across, and that creates the crease. Wow. Wow, their other guys got good blocks, but I kind of lean to the guy that gets 2 blocks. And then, if you get any blocks, this guy might run right through it. So LSU answers. South Carolina's in the game. They're served.
only time of year to enjoy all the irresistible shrimp you can eat. All of your favorites are back, plus new buffalo shrimp. It's endless shrimp for a short time at Red Lobster. Come see what's fresh today.
Looking for a decidedly different kind of beer refreshment? Miller Chill, the Latin-inspired light beer brewed with a hint of lime and salt. It's refreshment in a whole new light. Miller Chill, Viva Refreshment.
Does this look infected to you? What? Wait a sec. Melon had made it into junior high?
2.5 Men. Season premiere, CBS Monday.
All right.
In the middle of the scene, 33-yard effort from Trindon Holiday. And the extra point ties it up, 7-7. As Holiday, the 5'5 scat back.
Well, his line's not 5'5 in scat backs, I guarantee you that.
Crutchfield will kick off now from the 30. And Captain Munnerlyn will grab it at the 14-yard line. Center of the field, and cut down as he gets to the 30. Well, Trindon Holiday can claim to be the second fastest man in college track and field. This was the 2007 NCAA 100-meter final. You see Holiday breaking out. Looked like he had the lead. And Walter Dix flies by him on the right side. But just a moment ago, Gary, great speed.
Not a lot of guys in shorts on the field, is there? And when you don't have any guys with shorts, he's going to be the fastest guy in the field.
He's run a 10:02 100-meter dash. That's the best time in school history. And they've had some pretty fair track and field outfits here. On first down, a gain of a couple. Let's go back to New York and Tim Brando. All right, Vern, I know you're waiting on it. The Les Miles alma mater update. Brian Mallett with a pump fake. Big freshman takes it down, goes in from 10 yards out. Starting the second, they're up on the Nittany Lions 7-0. And Terry Robisky's son, Brian Robisky, has a pair of touchdowns. Ohio State rolling against Northwestern. Vern? All right, Tim, thank you. Second down here. 2nd and 9. Corey Boyd is the running back. 3 wides. Mitchell pumps once and then throws it away. Freddie Brown, the intended receiver. Jonathan Zena, number 19, was out there.
Of course, all year, obviously, the South Carolina team lost Sidney Rice, their great player. We can talk about that later, but remember, Sidney Rice only played 2 years of college football. He redshirted his first year, so he had 2 more years of eligibility. So I don't know if the Gamecocks were really anticipating that he would go, and now they're forced to use all these young players. That was a busted route right there.
3rd and long. Stunts by the LSU defense. Mitchell across the middle.
Great
How
play.
about the Danny McCray?
Yes. And we talked to Clinton Dorsey yesterday, you know that, right? And I said to him, who's the guy we should know that nobody knows about? That way we can be smart, during the thing. He said he's thought a minute, He said, Danny McCray, he just is everywhere. He's got sacks, he's smart, he plays our nickel, and there he is, just streaking across the play and cutting under. He's not playing safe. He makes the play on Kenny McKinley, and that's good, solid defense.
4th down, Succop will punt for the 3rd time. This one high, and fair catch signal.
It's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, sure will. Captain Munnerlyn bumped into the punt returner. And so this one will be LSU's football, and they will mark off interference with the opportunity to make a fair catch.
Yeah, and if Jared Mitchell can't catch it, center fielder for LSU, who can catch the ball, right?
Here's Thomas Ritter.
Kick catch interference. Number 1 on the kicking team, 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First foul.
There's Jared Mitchell right there. Signals, and then right in the way right there. Munnerlyn's in the way, and Mitchell goes, I said I got it.
Tried to do
I got it.
He tried to do an El Cordobas there. For those of you a certain age, he was a bullfighter.
Well, what certain age would that be?
That would be guys who remember World War II. Thank you. First down and 10.
Just wanted to see if I didn't do something right.
I started to go with Monolith. Depression era.
Oh, is this a turnover? Now, this is a team that does not turn the ball over, running the ball with the running backs for LSU.
Well, the LSU running backs have lost one back fumble among the four who play a lot, not counting Holiday. The only man in the quartet who's ever lost a fumble was Jacob Hester, and that was first game of his career.
Now, that was Charles Scott that time. We've seen Hester, we've seen Holiday, now we've seen Charles Scott. Charles Scott has just got that quick burst right up the middle. Ball was out. Ball was clearly out, wasn't it?
Yes. But recovered by Louisiana
State. That ball was clearly out. I wonder if Quinn Johnson got that ball, 45 fullback.
That is the end of one with the score 7-7. We'll return to Tiger Stadium after this message and this word from your local station.
Miller Chill, the new light beer, brewed with a hint of lime and salt. Its refreshment unlike any other light beer. Miller Chill, viva refreshment.
It's Endless Shrimp, the only time of year to enjoy all the irresistible shrimp you can eat. All of your favorites are back, plus new buffalo shrimp. It's Endless Shrimp for a short time at Red Lobster. Come see what's fresh today.
When it's people who do the right thing, they call it being responsible. When it's an insurance company, they call it Liberty Mutual. Responsibility. What's your policy? Liberty Mutual.
Criminal Minds. The new season begins Wednesday on CBS.
Some say my competitors are envious of my sirloin burger. I don't see it. I think they're glad my sirloin burger's sweeping the nation.
Good one, sir.
A 100% sirloin burger, seasoned while it cooks, with your choice of 3 kinds of cheese and grilled or red onions, and you can add bacon. Because when someone makes a hugely popular burger, the whole industry benefits. Well, not the whole industry, it's pretty much just me right now. But I can still feel the love.
Yellow fella, you don't scare me with that yellow wood.
You'd feel different if you were rot, decay, or termites. Now pipe down, McCully. Get back in there. McCully.
Thompson electric sign, the sign of success. For any kind of sign you need, turn to Thompson to help your company succeed. Turn to Thompson. Thompson guarantees the best. You should accept nothing less. Thompson electric sign, the sign of success.
You're watching WAFB Channel 9, Louisiana Sports Channel.
Hold that tiger. 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 Don't let him get away. Hold that tiger. Hold that tiger.
Probably your first view of Mike Six, the new mascot here at LSU. Mike 5 died back in the middle of the summer, and Mike 6 will make his first appearance at the LSU Florida game. 2nd down and 3. Here's Flynn back, wants to throw. Drills it deep, has a man. Incomplete for Brandon LaFell.
Oh, woefully underthrown. Touchdown right there.
Well, we welcome you back. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, along with Tracy Wolfson. I know you felt South Carolina was going to make a game.
I did. You know, I went over and watched practice, and they've got athletes, a lot of players. They've been there. They've been to Tennessee, stood toe-to-toe with Florida. They just saw no backup in this game. I think the other thing they felt good about is no one has challenged LSU, and they felt that they could challenge. They don't need to win by a knockout. They just, TKO, stay around. Maybe there'll be a Russian judge here or something, and win late in this thing. Just take it away and go sneak out of town.
That's the Russian Russian judge. Oh, goodness. On third down, LSU, and there goes the clipboard over on the far side. The ball coach didn't throw the visor, but the game plan went out on the field.
Well, it's funny. He throws more than the visor and the clipboard, anymore in the game plan. He actually took a snap in practice the other day. Was not happy with Chris Smelly's work, and he went in there, 62 years old, said, let me do it myself. Incomplete, by the way.
Keelan Williams is in. There's a quick play. Oh, my goodness. Jared Mitchell's got the dropsies today.
Yeah, he does.
That's 3.
You know, but what's nice about this defense for South Carolina is they don't give you cheapies. They're going to make you earn it. Their defensive back, this time it's Stody Woodson, number 36, is right there. And see, they could feel that. Jared Mitchell says, I could feel that. And E8 on that one.
New quarterback now, Ryan Perilou, who got his first start last week and was brilliant, 20 of 25 for 299. The troubled quarterback was suspended in the offseason. Suspension listed early August. Here's the handoff. It goes to Keelan Williams. Oh, what a game breaker he is.
Wow. I'll tell you, you know what the most underrated part of this football team might be for LSU? I mean, everybody talks about their backs, their defense. This offensive line is scary good. I mean, they've got studs all over this time. Last time it was Lyle Hitt, number 65, who made the hit. You know, on the play before the touchdown run by Holiday, every offensive lineman got his block and knocked his guy down. And you're looking at an offensive line there that just no one knows about and can be physical.
Matt Flynn is back on the field. And here's Holiday going right. And Trindon Holloway, who had the 33-yard touchdown run, is just outside the 20-yard line. So they put Perilou in for the one play, then Flynn's back on the field. Gary Croton told us yesterday they both will play today.
He's going to play again.
And now Perilou's back on.
Right. Very interesting comment by Gary to us about why he feels more confident. Oh, it actually was Les Miles, wasn't it? He says, I feel more confident with 2 quarterbacks playing because of the shotgun snap. Here it is right here. He said, I don't have to worry about the quarterback center exchange. And that way I can put him in. Heck, anybody can catch the shotgun snap. He said that way more confident. There it is.
And he can also run the ball. Oh, can he run the ball? Down at the 3. He's such a threat throwing or running.
Yeah. And there was a couple innovations used last year in college football. The Wildcat, which is now the Wild Hog, and the 2-quarterback system by Florida. And more coaches are saying, you know, why not have 2 guys? I'll let my backup take some punishment and run the ball and play 11-on-11 football, and it's a trend that will not stop as we go and progress here in 2007, 8, 9, and 10.
Well, you can see that he averages 5.6 per carry. Gives way to Matt Flynn now on 1st and goal. They slip it to the fullback, who in this case is Jacob Hester. He plays both positions, and Hester is stopped short of the end zone. In any way, is this a comparable circumstance to Chris Leak and Tim Tebow at Florida last year?
No, I don't think so. You know, last year I felt Florida was forced to use Tebow to win. This one, I think it's a luxury to use Perilou.
And Matt Flynn, the 5th-year senior, is on. Dixon, the tight end, in motion. Here's Flynn. He's got a man open. Touchdown, LSU. It is Richard Dixon, one of his best friends. Roommate, as a matter of fact.
Well, keep the camera on. Maybe they'll kiss.
That would be a reference to Tony Joyner and Tim Tebow last week. Dixon, the tight end. Sophomore from Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
This is really the second play that everybody puts in goal line offense. The first is the ISO, the second is the fake ISO, hit the tight end.
Colt David on for the extra point. And the hold not controlled really well. Matt Flynn had to grab it and get it put down. Worth another look.
Well, they ran it on 1st down, I guess it was, and on 2nd down, great play-action pass time right here. Fake the ISO up the middle, and there it is. Just kind of go up there and then sneak inside. Good block
see some playing time on that drive. Among those applauding his teammate Matt Flynn. LSU takes its first lead.
A lightning flash across the sky. I'm looking in your hazel eyes. I'm looking for something, but I can't find it. It's an ink blot world, a Rorschach test. You make your way, you try the best you can. You remind me who I am.
I love jumbo popcorn chicken.
But I really like the creamy chipotle.
You know what I miss? Just a little bit having the whole chicken. At the end, you get the wishbone.
What would you wish for if you had a wishbone and you won?
Little pieces of boneless chicken with a spicy dipping sauce or something like that. Yeah, but that's the realm of wishes.
Yeah.
Wish and wish.
Jumbo popcorn chicken. Now at Sonic. Portable all-white meat chicken with our new creamy chipotle sauce or any of our other great sauces. Pay the Sonic way. Swipe your credit or My Sonic card from your car.
Welcome to powerof.org. Welcome to a world where people make a difference. One student, one patient, one discovery at a time. For serving the greater good, we at TIAA Craft proudly serve their financial future with low fees and a commitment to consistent performance. Put powerof.org to work for you at TIAA Craft. Financial services for the greater good.
SEC News and Highlights, CSTV Insight and Attitude. It's all on SEC Game Room, tonight at 8 on CSTV, the 24-hour college sports network of CBS Sports.
If you're a tugboat captain on the mighty Mississippi, you don't get Saturday afternoon off.
No. And this is just a normal little soaker, isn't it, today? Just one of those soakers.
Yes, indeed. 56 yards, 9 plays, 247. Dixon got the touchdown on a 1-yard pass from Matt Flynn. It's 14-7. Now Josh Jasper will kick off. LSU utilizes both Jasper and Crutchfield. They, coming in today, each had 11 kickoffs. So it's a
lot of touchdowns.
You're right.
They could do 3 of them.
Oh, Jasper slipped as he kicked it and gets up a little wobbly. Oh, boy, talk about wobbly. My gracious. Perry Riley with the hit downfield. Let's go down to Tracy Wilson.
Thanks, guys. Well, I have never seen a quarterback down here on the sideline talk to his players so much. After that touchdown, Matt Flynn went over to Perilou, as you saw. Then he went down to Brandon LaFell, and he said, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was my fault. I missed that pass. Then he went over to his offensive lineman and said, thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
but the prices are low at Gray Chevrolet. Ain't that right, Jim? All 2007s must go. It's our year-end election blowout sale. You can read my lips. No more. Gray Chevrolet, the big city price breaker in Baker, only 3 miles north of Baton Rouge Airport.
In the mood for meat and potatoes? How about 100% pure USDA beef and real potatoes? That's what we're made of.
You're watching WAFB Channel 9, Louisiana Sports Channel.
Tuesday on CBS, the only thing more important than the family business is the family. Jimmy Smith stars in Kane, the sizzling new saga premiering Tuesday at 10, 9 Central on CBS. 14-7 LSU in off and on rain showers this afternoon. A muggy day, 87 degrees. South Carolina making its first visit here since 2002. They have won only twice against the Tigers in the history of this series. First and 10 LSU following the turnover. Flynn fakes the reverse. Nobody open. Good to Saron Black. Tries to. And there's Matt Flynn with that high ankle sprain coming to the left.
And now Flynn's a 4.6 40 guy. He's not a 4.6 40 guy right now. He tried to tell us he's over 90%. He's not over 90% with that ankle. And great coverage by South Carolina. Tried to do what they call a wheel route. You run your receiver long, and then you bring the back behind him with a wheel down the sideline, and it was just perfectly defended by South Carolina.
Flynn will sit. Perilou is on. Keelan Williams joins him in the Tiger backfield. 14-7, second and 8. Perilou pulls it, keeps it. He's a little better than a 4.6.
Yeah.
Chris Hampton makes the tackle, but it's a 23-yard gain.
I'll tell you, this was just an outright read against the defensive end, Casper Brinkley, number 51. See him right there? That's the guy he reads. He goes with Williams. You read it, go down there, and look at Brandon LaFell. Downfield, almost grabbed him, but he almost grabbed him. Oh, substitution penalties coming for LSU right now, 12 men in the huddle. But look where that play happened, Vern. It happened on the LSU bench. Nobody says anything when it happens near your bench.
Right. Well, Flynn had come back on, and Les Miles trying to get an explanation now of the call.
Dead ball. Substitution infraction. On the offense, 5-yard penalty. Mains first half.
I think Les Miles is saying, we screwed this up so bad we only had 10 guys out there, and that was our 11th guy. They break the huddle here. One guy runs off the field right there. You can't do that. But what Les is saying is we only had 10 guys out there. Our 11th guy ran off. I can't count from that far.
No, our eyes
just trust that it was just 5 yards.
Eyes are not that good.
Nope.
Only 5. Here's Flynn. Nobody open. He'll scamper, and he slides that. Look, the face first. That's not the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, well, you know, he's taught, when I scramble, give me a first down, or give me a touchdown, or get down. And this was a get down. You know, can I get a first down? No. Can I get a touchdown? No, get down. Get down. And he did. Live to play another day.
Matt Flynn from Tyler, Texas. His dad, Alvin, was a quarterback at Baylor back in the 60s. He remembers El Cordobas.
Okay.
Yep. Second down and 10. Blitz threatened by South Carolina. Here's Flynn back. Quick setup. Pumps. Goes into double coverage right side. Intended for Jared Mitchell. It's incomplete. Well, Alvin Flynn. There's Dad. He and his wife Ruth. He's an attorney in Tyler, and you can see the Flynn number 15 on the side.
Mom's to his right, our left. Yep. This camera right there.
Baylor quarterback. And then his senior year, he was a starter. You're familiar with this. They brought in a new coach in the wishbone.
I bet. That's what I got to run.
3rd and 10.
Yeah, it helped me in my broadcasting career.
Got you. Oh, goodness. Here's Matt Flynn
a guy, when you watched him play his sophomore year against Miami, first few games this year, he was a threat every time he ran it. But you can see he has no burst. Nothing. He's not limping bad. There's no burst off that ankle. His right ankle is still not there. But, you know, he does manage the game well. And that's important because you look at quarterbacks that have won the national championship. Some are great, but others have managed teams.
Matt Flynn will now hold for Colt David. It's a 42-yard effort. If successful, it would be his longest of the year, and it is really unsuccessful.
Stay in the game. See if you can get it into the final rounds. Might win a TKO. He might find a cheap touchdown. It's exactly what this South Carolina team needed to happen.
Colt David misses. His longest of the season is 35. This was a 42-yard effort, and that was wide right from the get-go.
I'm a student. I grew up in Philadelphia.
What are you doing, sweetie?
I am texting, Mom. But I go to school in Delaware.
Mitochondrion is the powerhouse of the cell, so you can see that the
My brother goes to school in Prague. I got a bunch of friends who study in Chicago. So I need a network that works where I live. A place called Philaware Prague-Chicago.
He's back. Yep. The new AT&T works in more places like Philaware Prague-Chicago.
Hear about Pensky? No. Got hurt, missed work. Thought his major medical was enough. Poor guy. Didn't have Aflac.
What does Aflac do?
Let's say this is major medical right. Well, see the hole? That's where Aflac comes in. Helps pay for groceries, rent, all kinds of bills. Major medical? Poor Pensky. He thought he had enough coverage.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
We don't need help remodeling our kitchen. I can do this. Trust me.
I have an idea.
The Home Depot is the answer. Our home services installers are pros you can trust, who use the best materials. And right now get no payments, no interest for 12 months on all installations of $299 or more.
My work here is done.
Honey, give me the hammer.
The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
That woman in there's not going to have sex with you. I'm a male and she's a female. But not of the same species.
The Big Bang Theory, CBS premiere Monday, 8:30, 7:30 Central.
Ominous skies to the northeast. Don't just watch the game. Get online and be part of the action with free college fantasy football at CBSSports.com. Find out more. Draft your favorite teams today at collegefootball.cbssports.com. Glenn Dorsey leading the ignition switch for the crowd applause. First down and 10, 7-point game. Blake Mitchell hands it off. How tough are the roughing yards? Rushing yards, that's 8 yards total in the first half now. Well, the old ball coach.
Yeah, there's not too many guys doing what he does. You know, calling the plays, being the head coach. You know, the real successful one, there's 14 of them, but comes to mind Charlie Weiss. Well, he used to come to mind. Jeff Tedford, June Jones. Those are the guys that will not give it up. Steve says, I'll retire if I have to give it up. This is what I like to do.
There's a handoff to Boyd going left just to continue with that. Well, let's not continue with that.
You talk about Dorsey just stuffing. I'm sorry, Vernon. So good we got to let Timmy Wade. Watch him stuff this play. Stuffs it. Holds him off with one arm, then makes the play. That is fabulous. Bench presses an SEC guard with one arm.
3rd and 8. He is also, you can tell, emotional. He's also gregarious. We spent probably 45 minutes with him yesterday, and a wonderful personality. 3rd down and 8. Fumble. Mitchell picks it up, throws it away. It's at the feet of the intended receiver. Well, he's been patient, so I think we got to go back.
Sorry, Tim.
Here's the patient Tim Brando in New York.
Humble too, Vern, humble. 500th game at the old Horseshoe, the banks of the old Olentangy, and Brian Robisky, a 19-yard catch from Todd Beckman. His dad, Terry, was all-SEC first team in 1976 at LSU. He's now a coach on the Miami Dolphins staff. Let's go back to Vernon Gary.
Gary, did I just hear Tim Brando refer
refer to himself as humble? Did I just hear that?
That's the first time Tim Brando and humble's ever been used in the same sentence.
Oh, there's a bobble. Oh, and there was a muff punt. Uh-oh. And a flag is down. Now another flag. The run is going all the way down to the end zone, but you got to believe this is coming back. 46-yard punt, 78-yard return for Jared Mitchell, but Hankies dot the turf at the other end. That's one of three. Take your pick.
Another way to stay in the football game, you know, just another one of those plays. It didn't happen. This is what has to happen. We saw this last year, remember, with Florida? South Carolina in the game, all of a sudden, end of the game, they make a couple plays.
During the return, the legal block in the back. Number 4, the receiving team. 10-yard penalty, first down, timeout.
And that negates a 78-yard punt return for a touchdown. Les Miles and the LSU Tigers lead Steve Spurrier and the South Carolina Gamecocks 14-7 at Death Valley on a rainy Saturday afternoon.
Nissan Titan is a strategic vision total quality award leader. It's also the only truck tough enough to deliver college football's most coveted award, the Heisman, brought to you by the Nissan Titan.
When it's people who do the right thing, they call it being responsible. When it's a home insurance company, they call it Liberty Mutual. Responsibility. What's your policy? Liberty Mutual.
What a burger lover loves to hear. 3 cuts of prime beef, ground fresh, grilled perfectly. It's our triple prime burger. Order it right now, and our endless fresh garden bar is yours free. You heard it right, free. Ruby Tuesday.
Looking for a decidedly different kind of beer refreshment? Miller Chill, the Latin-inspired light beer brewed with a hint of lime and salt. It's refreshment in a whole new light. Miller Chill. Viva Refreshment.
Tim Brando in New York. Coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, Spencer Tillman, Tony Barnhart, and I will get you caught up on all of today's action, including Matt Ryan, another big day, 356 yards in the air, 3 touchdown passes en route to a blowout win over Army. Now back to South Carolina LSU. We got 7:29 to go first half. A tough ball game, 14-7. Intermittent rain showers might now be affecting play. We've had bobbles on 4 of the last 5 plays. Here's the handoff. It goes to Richard Murphy. He goes right. Well, they do have a ton of backs, don't they, Gary? And it's time now for the... Here comes the duck. Thank you. Now Duck Lee. The Aflac trivia question of the day. Question, who is the only person to coach both LSU and South Carolina?
Nick Saban. Oh, no. Oh, I thought it was a good guess, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a very good guess. Ryan Perilou is in at quarterback again. Matt Flynn for the day, 5 of 12, 46 yards. Perilou has rushed it twice, and he does so for the 3rd time out to the 44-yard line. They have a plethora of weapons, do they not, Gary?
Sure do. I mean, this is a team, and when you watch them, you say, they can beat you in so many ways. Now, I'm not counting their defense. They can win games there, but look at all the different styles of running back, an extra running quarterback. They can obviously throw it. They bring in the speed back, and like we saw before, they got guys that aren't even playing. There he is, Doucette, right there. Early Doucette. I mean, he was a playmaker last year, and he's a playmaker in the wings.
Out with the groin pull. Here's Flynn underneath to Brandon LaFell.
says, I got a lot of different weapons here. Today I choose to rush the ball.
Yes, for 190 yards.
Let me see. There he is right in the middle. Boy, these guys are a little better than my BYU guys.
In his first year, was at Oregon last year and replaces Jimbo Fisher, who moved on to Florida State. 1st and 10, Flynn back. Jasper Brinkley is back on the field for South Carolina, and that pass at the feet of Jared Mitchell, number 87.
He is, but he's not Jasper Brinkley. He's not moving well at all. I saw him the play before. A blocker got right to his legs. You know he's favoring it. He actually came into the game nicked a bit with his ankle anyway. Now he hurts the knee, and right at this point, he's moving. I'm going to more like Kesper the Ghost. He just doesn't have. See, he got the knee brace on the right leg right there.
Yep. 2nd and 10. Draw play. Keelan Williams, number 5, inside the 45 to the 43. Lottie Ojibwe, who was out with an injury earlier, is back on the field.
I mean, you just don't blame him, do you, Vern? I mean, he's going out. There he goes. Yeah. I mean, he's just so, tippy-toeing around right now. It doesn't feel right to him. Look at that. No explosion. He's backing away. And he just said, hey, this is enough. This is enough. I can't not do it. If we want to win the SEC East, there's still other games we can win. I better just move out of here and get somebody else that can remove.
South Carolina, they have Tennessee and Florida and Arkansas later in the season. Here's Flynn. Sack. Pull down on 3rd down. It'll be 4th down. Eric Norwood gets his 2nd sack of the season.
Yeah, he was one of the guys that was so important last year, freshman All-American, and only had 5 sacks all year. But this time he comes and, boy, just comes around from the outside right there. Comes around to the game, a little stunt, and they grab inside. That's a great move by the tackle. Lyle gets hit, grabbed, and stunt in their first sack.
Patrick Fisher with the punt. And this one will bounce and go into the end zone. Touchback, it comes out to the 20. CBS premiere Monday. TV's #1 comedy starts its new season with new laughs and a not-to-be-missed season premiere. Charlie Sheen and John Cryer star in 2.5 Men Monday at 9, 8 Central on CBS.
Now, showed you all those stats, right, Vern? I mean, it looks like. Now, do you sit back and say, well, it's inevitable, it's going to happen, or do you say, they had all these chances and we're still in the game? I'll tell you after.
All righty. Okay.
You don't know until it's over. That's the point.
There's a bobble by Mitchell again. He goes for the screen pass.
Oh, it's getting bad.
Yeah. That's another problem for the quarterback, Blake Mitchell. Look at these totals rushing. 9 yards.
But the number up here still means something. You get all those stuff down on the bottom. Okay. You say, all right, maybe, any time it's going to burst, that could happen. But just hang in there. Maybe we make a play.
2nd down and 9. 14-7. Mitchell has time. He goes. McCray breaks it up. Bobble. Intercepted. How about that athleticism? Danny McCray tipped it, turned around, came back, dived for it, and picked it off.
I think Jason Barnes also tipped it for South Carolina. A double tip. Watch this. Throwing the little hook pass. Signature. One tip by McCray, one tip by Barnes, and McCray says, I got it. Stay in the play. Danny McCray, the playmaker that Glenn Dorsey tipped us off on, tips it, tipped again, come back and grab it. A wonderful play. Oh, here's a sneak play here. Here's a sneak play. Something weird here.
Perillou's on, and they're going to go with a quick count.
Yep.
And here's Perilou, the old hidden ball trick. It's Trendon Holiday. He slipped it to Holiday, and Holiday came around the left side. And I think they envisioned that one going for the 6.
Yeah, they're trying to change the game here real quickly. Run them on and run the little hidden ball. Look at it. There he is right there. Boy, it's easy to hide when you're 5'5". You don't even need to bend down. What are you bending down for? Nobody can see you anyway.
It's like Nebraska.
They did it with the guard, though.
Yeah, you're right. But how about that 5'5", and he's down?
Yeah, maybe it was 2-3 on that one.
Texas, famously said, I'll win 4 Heismans, and I'll unseat Vince Young, and then transfer.
See, I never thought he'd win 4 Heismans. I figured he'd turn pro after 3. So that was never going to happen. But he came here, said he was going to start here in front of Jamarcus. Jamarcus is making $60 million, and Vince Young, the other guy, said he was going to beat out, is making $49 million. Got confidence.
Yeah, he is confident, and apparently in the process of maturing.
Yep.
Served a suspension this summer.
Hey, this is a pretty good stout stand here by this defense. They don't bad. Tell you, Tyrone Nix. I watched this guy at practice. You better not back up with this guy as your defensive coordinator, because he will get in your face. Spurrier faced him many times. Southern Mississippi, both as a player and an assistant coach. Came here with John Thompson as co-defensive coordinator, was handed the reins, and he's all about toughness.
Ryan Perilou is in for Matt Flynn at quarterback. It's 3rd and 8 with 2 minutes to go, first half. Perilou comes left, and that will set up a field goal, but a nice defensive stand after the interception now.
Well, that was a little weird right there. That one was the first call that I saw that I didn't really kind of understand. Got a lot of wide receivers. You got Matt Flynn not in the game, and 3rd and 8 or 9. I'm a little surprised about that one.
So Cole David, who missed badly from 42, is on to try his second of the day from 32. Cole David now 6 of 7 for the year with a long of 35. Matt Flynn will hold, and it's a fake. They give it to David, and he heads for the corner. Touchdown, LSU!
The 3rd down call, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Because obviously that was the game plan all along, that if they didn't make it, they were going for the fade. Oh, that's holy cow. First he tweaks the Pac-10, and then he tweaks Spurrier.
Cole David, the junior from Grapevine, Texas. Just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport.
Sometimes play calls just don't make sense. That 3rd down call didn't make sense, and the reason it was they had a game plan. They were ready for it. This is what they were going to do. They saw something in film. You watch it. Flips it over his shoulder, and there it is. This is almost a walk-in. Go downfield. Jacob Hester's in there. Watch this. Matt Damon's just like flipping the money in Ocean's 11 right over there to the next guy.
Cole David saying, you think Trindon Holliday's the only 5'9" guy that can run? 5'5"?
That's right.
College football's just no darn fun.
Knocked Up, the funniest, raunchiest, most quotable movie.
She looks smart.
Just got funnier.
This is like a scene out of Aliens.
Raunchier.
I'm going in.
And more quotable.
Are you with me, Disco Stew?
Knocked Up, the unrated and unprotected edition. On a Tuesday.
I'm comfortable going fast. I'm comfortable in Wrangler.
Introducing Relaxed Straight Leg and Relaxed Boot Fit from Wrangler Jeans Company. Wrangler Jeans Company. New fits, new styles, great comfort.
Look at this. Well, Matt Flynn, Ryan Perilou, the 2 quarterbacks. What a wonderfully executed gadget play.
Sometimes when it doesn't make sense for a reason, right?
Here's the return from Captain Munnerlyn, and he's spilled as he gets to the 28-yard line. Well, Matt Flynn takes the snap and a blind over-the-shoulder flip.
Watch how he sells it, though. He bangs the ball on the ground. Watch it, sell it. That's beautiful. It just flips it. That's pretty.
All right. I got H-O-R-S.
That's right. And Les Miles, yeah. That's just the way we thought this baby was going to go. Tongue planted firmly in the cheek right there, and it happened exactly the way I thought.
Now, sadly, on the kickoff return, Captain Munnerlyn, who did return the kick, number 1, on his stomach, the home young man from Mobile, Alabama.
said is I want more starters on special teams. Well, this is sometimes you pay a penalty for starters on the special teams.
When it's people who do the right thing, they call it being responsible. When it's a car insurance company, they call it Liberty Mutual. Responsibility. What's your policy? Liberty Mutual.
A battle of the undefeateds. The Colts and Texans. The Chargers collide with Brett Favre and the Packers. A wild Week 3. The NFL on CBS Sunday.
Well, the best news is that Captain Munnerlyn was turned over on his back and had movement in his arms, fingers, and his feet. And now assisted into a sitting position. Oh, that's great.
Don't know exactly when it happened. It could be initial hit when he gets popped. It also could be after he's down. A player comes flying over the top and lands on him right through. That should have been a 15-yard penalty.
Yes, it should have been.
By Murphy. It should have been a 15-yarder. That's a helmet to the back of the head. And that one should have been called right there.
Richard Murphy, the backup running back. Absolutely. Well, Munnerlyn on the sideline. South Carolina. That's great. Captain Munnerlyn apparently just fine. 21-7 on 1st and 10. Here's the fake reverse. And Corey Boyd, number 3. Well, it is time now. Cue the duck for the answer to the Ducks late. Thank you. Trivia question. Who's the only person to coach both LSU and South Carolina? Paul Dietzel. LSU from 55 to 61. South Carolina 66 to 74.
How about that?
Yeah. And Munnerlyn heading for the locker room. 2nd down and 9. Handed off up the middle. Corey Boyd. What's there? No, Paul Dietzel. National champions here in 1958. They featured the Chinese Bandits, 1955 to 61, and then at South Carolina, we're talking to Tommy Suggs, who's doing radio for the Gamecocks, South Carolina. He played for Coach Dietzel, and what's he do? He's not here today.
I know. Look at this. He put out his own art show. There's the old coach. Schedules an art show right in the middle of his 2 schools playing.
Paul Dietzel just said, I know Pat Summerall.
I'm a student. I grew up in Philadelphia.
What are you doing, sweetie?
I'm texting, Mom. But I go to school in Delaware.
Mitochondrion is the powerhouse of the cell, so you can see that the
My brother goes to school in Prague.
Jak sa máš, Pracho?
I got a bunch of friends who study in Chicago. So I need a network that works where I live. A place called Philadelphia, Prague, Chicago.
He's back. Yep. The new AT&T works in more places like Philadelphia, Prague, Chicago.
3rd down and 3. South Carolina at their own 35-yard line. Trailing by 14. Hand off Boyd going left. Boy, the yards on the ground are tough to come by. He might be close for the 1st down. Well, let's see. Ominous skies here. Coming up at halftime, the Geico halftime report. Tony Barnhart has joined Spencer Tillman and Tim Brando. Scores from around the country here on Week 4 of this college football season. That was a 1st down, South Carolina.
Yep, everybody let it run. They'll go in and coach them up.
Well, he said to us on a phone call on Wednesday, in the 2nd half last week against South Carolina State, we called only 5 passing plays, and it was painful. Let's go down to Tracy Wolfson.
Thanks a lot, guys. Coach, you said in order to have a chance, you need to keep this game close. How much did that final LSU touchdown hurt you?
Well, our defense played well there at the end. Offense, we hadn't done much. We had 1 drive all day. So I don't know. Maybe we got to try to make some 1st down somehow to give ourselves a chance.
Will you make a change at quarterback?
Possibly.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
And if he does, it'll be Smelly, Chris Smelly, coming in. to New York City, and here's patient Tim Brando.
All right, very well, as Coach Spurrier would say, got to keep it going. Coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, Spencer, Tony, and I will have all of today's scores and highlights, including a big scare for Florida and another shocking loss for Louisville. After this word from your local station.
Don't miss the season premiere of CSI Miami, Monday, only on CBS.
On Airline Highway or the digital highway, Diamond Mazda gives you service, selection, and price. Right now, drive this CX-7 SUV for only $289 a month. On Airline Highway or at DiamondMazda.com. Come on by for a test drive. We'll be waiting for you.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and the Ashley Furniture Home Store Big Event is on now. Big styles, bigger selection, and the biggest savings with no interest till 2012. Plus, no payments till next year. We design, build, and deliver our furniture, saving you money in the form of exclusive Ashley direct prices with no interest till 2012. Plus, no payments till next year. You're gonna love this place. Come in today and save at the Ashley Furniture Home Store. Check it out.
Time to compete with the big dog and daddy.
From town to town, nothing outperforms the big Ford F-150. Check it out during Ford truck season. F-150 has the most towing and payload in its class.
Hard as these trucks work, I can see why they're number one.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on an F-150 Super Crew. So get 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash at your local Southern Quality Ford dealer.
Campus Federal tailors financial services to help you attain those perfect moments that seem to stay with you forever and ever. When everything you've worked for, hoped for, and dreamed of come together perfectly. When everyone lives happily ever after, like in all those fairy tales you used to read. And now, a life so rich and wonderful for you is only a dream and a financial plan away. Campus Federal, your perfect financial fit.
On Airline Highway or the digital highway, Diamond Mazda gives you service, selection, and price. With 0% on every Mazda 3, 5, 6, CX-7, and CX-9. On Airline Highway or at DiamondMazda.com. Come on by for a test drive. We'll be waiting for you.
You're watching WAFB Channel 9, Louisiana Sports Channel.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Halftime Report. Geico.com. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to the Geico Halftime Report. I'm Tim Brando with the score in Baton Rouge. LSU leading 21-7, joined by Spencer Tillman and Tony Barnhart of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Tony, I believe it was Nick Saban that was getting all the credit from Steve Spurrier coming into the game. Do you think things may change after the game? May change a little bit. I tell you what, Steve Spurrier, the game was going for him exactly the way he wanted it to go. Then, oops, fake. The game has changed, Spencer.
Guys, never underestimate a Steve Spurrier coach team. We knew that coming in, but when you lose Jasper Brinkley, the heart and soul, the middle linebacker, they were already coming in shorthanded defensively, and they're still in it. But for the fake, they're in this ball game. This is an outstanding group to watch.
All right, let's get it right to the action. Highlight blitz underway. Can you believe what happened in Oxford today, Spencer?
Tim Tebow, he's doing it early and often. 168 yards rushing, 2 TDs via the run, 2 by the pass. I wonder, guys, how long he can do this without sustaining an injury in that Urban Meyer offense.
Kudos to Coach Orgeron. I mean, Percy Harvin had 11 catches, 123 yards, but Ole Miss gave them all they wanted. West Virginia and East Carolina. Tony, you love the Mountaineers, and you knew they'd have to run it up today.
Pat White finds Darius Renard out in the open plan. He's going to get in the end zone. Guys, the story in this game, 600 total yards of offense and a bunch of style points.
Absolutely. 48-7, they take out Skip Holtz's team. Ohio State, Northwestern. Todd Beckman, this is the 500th game played at the old Horseshoe on the banks of the old Intangi. And he finds Brian Robisky, son of Terry Robisky, a 76 All-SEC performer at LSU. That's his third of the day, 45-0 at the break. Penn State and Michigan, Ryan Mallett. You want to watch a ball fake by a quarterback, a little pump fake here? Pull it down. The 6'7", 240-pounder lumbers into the end zone. Can you see upset? Can you say Michigan a Big Ten title contender after losing to App State? Could happen. On to Boston College and Army. BC may be the best unbeaten team most of America knows the least about, Spencer.
Here's one of the runners that makes it happen for him. Andre Callender, he's going to go the distance here. Hey, they got UMass coming up, Bowling Green, indeed. They could be 7-0 headed into Virginia Tech Bowl. This Boston College team is for real.
Ryan had 356 yards, 3 touchdown passes.
Don't forget Matt Ryan. He's playing as well as anybody in the country right now.
Clemson and North Carolina State, Carter Finley Stadium. And they're going for a 2-point conversion as Tom O'Brien's team. But you know what happens? Michael Hamlin picks 3 field goals by John Dunleavy, aiding and abetting that victory. Syracuse and Louisville want a shocker. We've got one for you, Spencer.
Max Sutter here. He's going to field the kickoff. His own 7-yard line. He's going to go the distance in this contest. 4 TDs, average 69 yards in length on first 4 possessions. I'm telling you, plenty of offense in this contest here. Louisville needs to wake up a little bit and come off the hangover after a loss.
This is an awful loss for Steve Cragthorpe.
Awful loss. They can't stop anybody.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
They made a comeback, but that's an awful loss. They're off Broadway the rest of the season. Well, coming up, we'll take you through more scores and highlights. And can you believe Notre Dame's offense finally scored a touchdown? The Regents factor when the Geico halftime report continues.
You okay? We'll solve this.
Lunch? Yeah, I'm done with eating. It's not worth it anymore.
Well, that's too bad. This Quiznos sandwich tastes really good.
I bet it does.
Why don't you give Eden another chance?
I was gonna put on a second bag.
Give me the bag.
Now, what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Toasted to perfection with creamy bacon Alfredo sauce. The chicken carbonara. Quiznos. Toasty.
Why did we give the new C-Class almost 260 foot-pounds of torque? Why did we engineer suspension that automatically tightens for aggressive driving? Why did we equip it with Bluetooth, Sirius satellite radio, and a digital surround sound system? And why did we engineer every component to perform at Autobahn speeds? Why? Because we promised you a Mercedes-Benz. That's why.
Introducing the all-new 2008 C-Class, starting at $31,975.
Kenny, I need 50 pounds of roast beef.
Sorry, Pat. We're all out.
No, don't give me that. What, did your wife wolf it down for breakfast? That came out wrong. Look, look at me. I mean, we probably weigh this.
The network you can trust. AT&T. Buy any phone and get up to 4 free.
We represent the Coke brand, and we would love to somehow bring some kind of legal action against Coke Zero.
There might be some taste infringement issues.
There's really no legal concepts of a company bringing a lawsuit against itself.
If this is the king of the jungle, they're acting like the toucan that's on the branch, real colorful and preening,
right,
and showing off, and hey, look at us. I want to take a stick and knock that toucan off the branch.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Sony Bravia HD TV, because high definition is in our DNA.
Anybody got any chips?
Today's CBS Sports broadcast is being shot on Sony HD cameras. So when you watch the game at home on your Sony Bravia HD TV, you're watching it the same way a CBS cameraman does. On a Sony. High definition. It's in Sony's DNA.
Back to the Geico halftime report. Notre Dame looking for their first win of the season, looking for a touchdown. Just find me one. After Regis Philbin talked to them at the pep rally, it took them 184 minutes, 59 seconds of game action. They got a touchdown. 17-14. Michigan State with the lead at the break. North Carolina, South Florida. The Bulls, Matt Grothe at quarterback.
I love Matt Grothe. I love this football team. He's throwing right here to Amari Jackson, one of 10 receivers to catch touchdown passes today. They go to West Virginia on Friday. That could be a big one, guys.
Indeed. Nebraska taking on Ball State, and it's the Fighting Lettermans with a chance to send this baby into the W column. J. Cole for 55 yards. Spencer T.
Jamal Sewell here is going to pass this to Staten Job here. The life of Job is pretty nice, but pay dirt in for the score.
A big day. Look, Chris Long with a quarterback sack and a couple of pass deflections in the game. 28-23 final over Georgia Tech. Illinois and Indiana. Tony, I know you love Ron Zook.
Well, Ron Zook is now getting better quality athletes at Illinois. 3-1 after only winning 2 games a year ago. They're going to be a factor in the Big Ten in the future. I promise. Shard Mendenhall had 214 yards on the ground. To say the least, that was important. I don't think there's any question. We've got a magnificent game regardless of who we have. A reminder, next Saturday you'll see either 16th ranked Alabama take on Florida State or Auburn against number 3 Florida. Our extended coverage begins at 4 o'clock Eastern time. And you know what, fellas? I think today we've seen more balance being exhibited in college football. Well, the Florida game is a perfect example. Going to Ole Miss, they could have lost that football game.
Teams got to understand when you come off losses, you've got to step up your game. Also, games start at different times. It wasn't the case with Ole Miss, Florida. You just got to be alert.
Nebraska, Ball State, more and more examples of it. Thanks for watching the Geico Halftime Report. The second half of South Carolina LSU coming up. Enjoy the rest of the game.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Halftime Report. Geico.com. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Give it to me, 1, 2, 3.
Introducing Applebee's new Ultimate Trios. Great taste, great big portions, and a great price. Choose 3 from 7 delicious options to create your ultimate flavor fest. Like our new 100% Angus beef mini bacon cheeseburgers. New crispy, plump, and spicy dynamite shrimp. And the new flame grilled steak quesadilla tower. Ultimate Trios, ultimate platter at an unbeatable price. Only at Applebee's.
Give it to me, 1, 2, 3.
No, I totally agree. I mean, you know, how much you have to invest these days to earn some respect. I mean, my broker takes forever to return my calls, and when he does, he's got like 2 seconds to talk. I mean, I realize the guy's got bigger fish to fry, but does he have to make it so obvious? Thank you.
Comfortable in jeans that are tough. I'm comfortable in jeans that fit great. I'm comfortable in Wrangler. Wrangler 5-star premium denim jeans. Built tough with 14-ounce heavyweight denim. Built comfortable with a stone-washed finish and relaxed fit. Wrangler 5-star premium denim jeans. Satisfaction guaranteed. Wrangler. Real, comfortable jeans.
Gleason recovers a fumble in the end zone. That's his first career touchdown. Wait, is that a Dr. Pepper? Oh, he's going to make the most of this one.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend.
Can you believe this? We might be here all night. Is he really going to do this? Look out.
Only Dr. Pepper has 23 flavors packed into one bold taste. For those who make the most of everything.
New DiGiorno Ultimate gives you ultimate pizzeria taste without the pizzeria place. New DiGiorno Ultimate uses whole milk mozzarella, plump mushrooms and sausage, thick pepperoni, and julienne peppers for ultimate pizzeria taste. But while the pizzeria seats you next to the team from Manny's Plumbing, with new DiGiorno Ultimate, you sit by someone much nicer. For ultimate pizzeria taste, it's new DiGiorno Ultimate.
How you doing?
Have people noticed a change in you? You may be a numismatist, a coin collector, but now there's hope. Genuine United States Mint coins. Visit usmint.gov. Genuinely worthwhile.
They pick up touchdowns, pick up the pucks, and pick up their teams. Enterprise salutes NCAA student athletes for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
All right, let's see what play we want to run here, Webb.
Coach, we have the nation's top exercise science program. The linebackers' low VO2 max makes them susceptible to misdirection.
I'm in our #1 ranked international business program. I just did a competitive analysis on their DB, and I know Kenny can beat him deep.
All right, listen, man. Believe and achieve, okay? Gamecocks on 3. 1, 2, 3. Gamecocks!
Halftime in Baton Rouge, Louisiana State
to see what all the talk is about. Catch an encore presentation tonight at 8/7 Central. And don't miss a new episode Wednesday at 8/7 Central on CBS. Now let's send it down to Tracy for a look at the SEC moment presented by Sonic.
Thanks, Vern. 45 years ago today, right here in Tiger Stadium, legendary coach Charlie McClendon made his LSU coaching debut. Behind the running of eventual Heisman Trophy runner-up Jerry Stovall, the Tigers defeated Texas A&M 21-0. The first of Charlie Mack's 137 victories, the most by any coach in LSU history. Vern?
All right, Tracy, Jerry Stovall was honored in pregame ceremonies here this afternoon. As part of the SEC's continuing celebration of its 75th anniversary, we honor the league by sharing stories of character. Today, South Carolina alum Darius Rucker on former Gamecock track star Tanique Williams-Darling.
She raced to Olympic glory. The first gold medalist for her native Bahamas and her alma mater, the University of South Carolina. Now when Tanique Williams-Darling steps into the blocks for the 400 meters, she runs to honor the memory of a former teacher. Each time the defending world champion clocks in at 50 seconds or less, many deserving children from her home country will benefit from the foundation she established in his memory. She runs so others can believe. SEC, a story of character.
Go back to the much-anticipated matchup between the Eagles and the Bulldogs. The Eagles to receive. Let's go down to the field and get a real quick report from Meg Shipley. Meg?
The Eagles are hoping their potent offense can penetrate the Bulldogs' number 3 ranked defense. Now, I believe we're seeing some parachutes coming down. Mike, are you seeing this from up there?
Absolutely, Meg, and I have no explanation for what's going on right now, but cows are parachuting onto the field. I'm not sure if this is some kind of a protest stunt or something. 2 cows have landed on the field now. Now there's a 3rd cow headed for the stands. It's actually headed right towards a burger. Look out! Oh, my. The burger vendor is down. That's going on the highlight reel.
Try Chick-fil-A for breakfast. Then enjoy chicken biscuits, chicken minis, or breakfast burritos with a Coke.
Think about it, Frank. Hold on. I'm a salesman. I work in Virginia, but I do business in Colorado.
So hydraulic is
Sacramento. Fly me in a little lower. Flagstaff. In San Antonio. So I need a network that works where I live. A place called Virgicalamento Flag Antonio. Frank, I'm back.
The new AT&T works in more places like Virgicalamento Flag Antonio.
So, honey, if you were going to be with one of my friends, who would it be? Tell me. I'm not going to be mad. I'm just curious. I just want to know which one you think is the hottest. Danielle? How about Abby?
High endurance hair and body wash.
Is it Paige?
The first hair and body wash from Old Spice and the easiest way to get clean from head to toe. Don't you wish everything was this easy?
It's Paige, isn't it?
Continues in Death Valley, and down in the rain, Tracy Wolfson.
Danielson, who's with Les Miles.
Coach, how is Matt Flynn's ankle holding up?
We think it's fine. He got it hit once, but really no worse for wear at this point.
Will you make any changes because of this weather?
Well, the footing's becoming a little bit awkward, and we have some things we want to, concern ourselves with. But right now, let's play ball.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Matt Flynn, who sat out last week with a high ankle sprain, limited, especially when his mobility is concerned. But Les Miles telling Tracy everything is just fine. Rain continues. We really got a soaker at the beginning of halftime.
Yeah, I sure did. And Les I think he's right in saying that he's concerned. You have to think long term, but you can't be concerned and just give away a game here. I mean, it's 21-7, excuse me, and before he starts playing safe with Matt Flynn, you got to make sure you take care of this football game.
LSU won the toss and opted to defer, so they get to receive here. Ryan Suckup sends it deep, and it will be taken. Oh, it's not taken. Picked up finally at the 6-yard line and returned out to the 12 as LSU takes over with a 21-7. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, I get dressed up. What happened to you?
We had a little incident. Somebody took my coat.
Halftime.
Has a big CBS on it. I think it was a guy in a yellow or purple shirt.
Yeah, the kind of, it just happened. Somebody's hanging around here.
We'll survive.
All right. Well, you look great anyway, and there are more of those.
Yeah, okay.
What are your impressions of the first half?
Well, I think it was right along what Spurrier wanted in the first half. A 14-7 game. He knew he couldn't push LSU around, but he stayed in the game, and all of a sudden, right at the end of it, one of those trick plays that South Carolina needed went for LSU.
And now LSU's Matt Flynn hands it off to Jacob Hester from the 6-yard line. 11-yard line, I beg your pardon. Now let's break it down statistically for you at halftime.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I mean, we watched it the whole half. I mean, this is a running attack that has been able to go any direction they want. Nobody's really throwing the ball all that well in this weather. Let's say that to begin with. And the way Flynn is nicked, you're going to see, I believe, more in Ryan Perilou in this football game.
As a matter of fact, he comes on now on 2nd down. So Perilou, who started and played all of last week, that win over Middle Tennessee State, in which he posted gaudy numbers, 20 of 25 throwing, and he can also run the ball, as we have seen, and he does so on 2nd down. Tackled by Rodney Paulk, number 45. Perilou comes up a yard short.
See, this is the beauty of the two-quarterback system.
First
being
down,
able to go in there. Okay, first down for Perilou. Is you can get one of these soakers like this, have a quarterback that can come in and run the ball and play what I like to call 11-on-11 offense with the quarterback running without running the option. Remember we talked to Bo Pelini, the defensive coordinator for LSU, and outstanding. He said, Gary, you're right on. I heard you talking about this. This 11-on-11 with the quarterback running is the toughest thing we've had to stop.
First down, and Flynn is back in. He hands it off to Trendon Holiday. Holiday is popped as he gets out to the 30-yard line. That's the disadvantage of being 5'5" and 160 pounds.
Yeah, you don't have to fall as far, I guess. I tell you, Carnell Stewart, number 71, big right tackle, is doing a great job. Opens the hole, and it closes up by Emmanuel Cook right there, number 21, coming up from the secondary.
2nd down and 2. Holiday with a 33-yard touchdown run in the first half. 21-7. South Carolina scored first and went up 7-0, so 21 unanswered now for LSU. Here's Hester. Nice defensive play. Well, we're hard to believe, but we're a quarter of the way through the season. How about the woe is Michigan and Notre Dame, 1-5 combined record. The Michigan, a reference to the late play-by-play announcer Bob Ufer. How about the top 4?
Top 4. You can't talk national championship at this stage without including these 4. The spread, as we talked about, the spread offense spreads. Talking about that. And the 2 guys that got most of the ink in the offseason have come through so far. And alert, we found my coat.
Did we now?
Yeah.
Has an arrest been made?
Yeah, well, I hope I don't stay over and go do anything about that.
We found the jacket.
Yep.
You can't run very far in an airport with a CBS jacket on. First down and 10. Just a footnote about the college football season, Gary. Tonight, Harvard Stadium. Harvard Crimson will play the first night game in the history of the football program. They're taking on Brown.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah. Ryan Perilou is back in. I formation on first down. 21-7. Keelan Williams. Nice. Oh, boy, you know, you talked about it in the second quarter. Offensive line. Absolutely.
And the interesting thing is, the right side, these are relatively new offensive linemen with Hitt and Carnell Stewart. They were defensive linemen. Look at number 71. He's been doing that all day. There's Hitt right there. Look at those two wall-offs. You just can't do it any better than that. And they've been doing it all game, and we saw what Brett Helms can do. Les Miles, who knows his offensive line places, he's best in the SEC. Boy, what monsters. And the other side is bigger. The other side got bigger guys.
Right. Here's the option to Perilou. Elects to keep it, and he's tackled for a loss at the 42.5-yard line by Ryan Brown, number 43. Nice play.
Yeah, Ryan Brown for the Gamecocks was a defensive end a year ago. And remember, this defense returned 10 players. Ryan Brown was one of Tyrone Nix's starter a year ago. They moved him to fullback, gave him a try because they had so much talent coming back in. Now they move him back to defense. Now part of that reason is because of the loss of Nathan Pepper, but you have to keep juggling guys, and Brown is back on defense.
Nathan Pepper, the defensive end, a starter, knee injury on an interception return for a touchdown last week in the victory over South Carolina State. He's gone for the year. On third down, four-man rush, there's stunts, and here's Quinn, and it's dropped.
Dropped for a touchdown.
Emmanuel Cook could see the end zone and forgot to look at the ball.
It's what they call the robber defense. You give him a two-deep shell. Matt Flynn busted his read. The robber sneaks in the middle of the field, and it should have been a touchdown for South Carolina. Watch him sneak right there, reads the eyes, should pick it off. That's a score. If you catch that ball, that's what South Carolina needed, and Tyrone Nix dropped to his knees because he knew he had the play he wanted for 6 points for the Gamecocks.
Patrick Fisher to punt for the fourth time. There's only a one-man rush this time, and a fair catch call by Kenny McKinley at the 21-yard line. That's a 37-yard punt, but nothing on the return. 21-7 LSU early in the third quarter. Glenn Dorsey, the All-American. He'll be on the field when we return.
Jumbo popcorn chicken, huh?
I know, and how about this creamy chipotle sauce?
Yeah,
It's great.
Yeah, this is totally portable, you know?
Yeah, you could sneak this into a movie theater if you wanted.
Yeah.
Or a baseball game.
Yep,
you know,
or another Sonic.
What are you saying, that you would just bring these over to another Sonic and then just kind of sit there and eat them?
Got him.
Jumbo popcorn chicken, now at Sonic. Portable all-white meat chicken with our new creamy chipotle sauce or any of our other great sauces. Pay the Sonic way. Swipe your credit or My Sonic card from your car.
You hear about Penske? No. Got hurt, missed work. Thought his major medical was enough. Poor guy. Didn't have Aflac.
What does Aflac do?
Let's say this is major medical right. Well, see the hole? That's where Aflac comes in. Helps pay for groceries, rent, all kinds of bills. Major medical? Poor Penske. He thought he had enough coverage.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Yesterday's history. Just a nice memory.
I never think about yesterday.
The only day that matters is today.
Start today with Gillette Fusion Power and the confidence you get from the world's closest, most comfortable shave. Turn it on. Soothing micropulses help you reduce friction. You'll barely feel the blades. Gillette Fusion Power. Be your best today.
Brett Favre is close to breaking the record for TD passes. The man who holds the record, the NFL Today's Dan Marino, catches up with this wily veteran Sunday on CBS.
Well, Steve Spurrier told Tracy Wolfson before halftime break that there was a possibility of a quarterback change. He's made it. Here's redshirt freshman Chris Smelley from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He started the first game of the year when Blake Mitchell was suspended. He sat out the last two with a shoulder sprain. Healthy now and in the lineup. Flips it out left side. Caught by Corey
for so many years, you have to be able to withstand, you know, what Steve Spurrier does. And that means if you're not having a good game, he puts the next guy in. He says, I more relate to a basketball coach than a football coach. He says the basketball coaches take their guys out of the game and put other guys in. Why can't I take my guys out of the game? And if you're going to play quarterback, you better be ready to be benched a couple times, and you better be ready to come back in.
Second down and 2, an 8-yard gain on the opening pass. Here's the handoff. And Corey Boyd is stopped far short of the first down. He gets to the 30-yard line. Derry Beckwith, number 48, makes the tackle.
We don't even hardly mention these linebackers in this game. Have we mentioned Highsmith a couple times? Beckwith had the sack early. Luke Sanders, who plays the other Bob linebacker spot. They are, as a group, you know, you mentioned USC's linebackers. You got to mention these guys' linebackers. A great trio, but not often the ball carrier gets to them.
3rd and 1. Clock is stopped. Thomas Ritter comes up to
try the ball off.
Yeah. Nothing's your set. 9:10 to go, 3rd quarter, 3rd and 1. Boyd, right side.
Dorsey, oh my. Wow. This is kind of, you know, this guy could be playing against anybody and make these plays. Watch him right there. Watch him take it on and then close it down. Keeps one arm free, gets help from the other side, and just closes it down. Wow, wow, wow. What a football player inside. Look at him close on that play. Great inside play that time. I think it was Dave Wright, wasn't it, on the other side? Boy, oh boy.
Well, go for it.
Will he go for it?
4th and 1 on the road in the rain. Steve Spurrier says, why not?
Well, yeah, why not? Because it's going to be 4th and 5.5 now. Didn't get it off.
Thomas Ritter came up and stopped the play. There's a play clock malfunction.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the 0 on the outside. I've just assumed it was a delay of game.
Now Ritter's going to go over and explain it to Steve Spurrier.
Game clock was rolling. Play clock's on 0. Look at that. 0, 0, 0.
Yep. And then Ritter comes up from the left side. Well, it gives Spurrier a chance to call another ball play.
Yeah, this is, you know, you miss this play, it could turn into a rout.
They give it right side. I don't think so. Luke Sanders, number 35, was the man who made the stop.
Did Stelz get in there also, Vern? I saw Stelz sneaking around, number 16. Did he come from behind? Wow, what a stop upside. Sanders, Stelz, Dorsey, Favright, whatever. They're all there. No, it wasn't. It was Sanders all the way. Yeah, look at him come from behind. It was Sanders. Wow, what a play. What a play. Nobody blocks the strong linebacker on the play. I just assumed it was a strong safety. Usually when you run those plays inside, somebody's got to block the linebacker, and they didn't do it.
Ball goes over on downs. LSU has it.
Now, see, when people think of Geico, right, they think of car insurance. And, of course, saving money. But sometimes that can lead even the savviest driver astray. Take, for example, the motorcycle owner. He calls Geico, wanted to save money on his car insurance, only to realise that he doesn't actually own a car. Well, needless to say, he's quite embarrassed, isn't he? Doesn't matter. Geico insures motorcycles and ATVs as well. That way, no one ends up looking foolish.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
see on CBS is sponsored by NikeFootball.com, Coke Zero, Geico, and by Red Lobster. Rain showers have chased a lot of folks home, and Corey Boyd a moment ago had thoughts of getting out of here. 2nd and 2 for South Carolina.
Well, what you risk when you don't pick it up, if you pick it up, good call. If you don't pick it up, you risk a possible blowout in this football game. Let's see if LSU takes advantage of this unbelievable field position.
Matt Flynn will hand it off to Jacob Hester. He gets, oh boy, the blocks on that right side of the line are just incredible. And these are, as Gary said, a couple of kids who were defensive linemen.
I mean, you run right behind the strength. Go right today. Go right. Big 71. Look, I'm pushing them out of the way. Look at that over there. You can just... Anybody goes through that hole.
Well, that's Lyle Hitt, number 65. Carnell Stewart, number 71. And what a job they have done. 2nd and inches. Look at the total rushing yards. 20. Total yards, 98.
Yep.
This is the #1 defense in the country, and we've got clock problems. Probably a wet windup. One guy's got the all-time TD pass record. The other guy's closing in on it. Dan Marino and Brett Favre together tomorrow on the NFL Today.
Here comes Favre, Dan. Right behind him, huh? They go 10 deep. I might have been probably 12, I think, on that.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like the money, the leaderboard, Just off the leaderboard.
Well, here's an explanation of the problem with the clock. We had 92,000, fourth largest crowd in the history of Tiger Stadium to begin the game, or that many seats sold. And of course, the students are still here, but you can see a lot of folks have gone for the comfort of their cars and the coziness of their homes. One of whom was wearing a CBS blazer.
Yep.
He got caught.
Yep.
Alert work by the security force here in the press box. 2nd and inches. Hester, right side, first down at the 18-yard line.
Well, we talked about all the weapons. The question mark was quarterback. Okay, well, there's the guys since 2000. Josh Heupel, who he really carried Oklahoma there early in that. Ken Dorsey made all the decisions. Krenzel, remember, winning those games. Right. They won it with defense, but Krenzel came through. Matt Mock, he probably is the one that kind of stands out the most on this list to me. Of course, Vince Young did it all. Chris Leak was unique because he had Tebow with him. But this guy, in his first year, remember, he signed here in 2002, and his first chance to play is 2007.
Finally, as a fifth-year senior. Left side. That's Jacob Hester. Jacob Hester dropped to one knee and proposed next to the bus to the young woman who became his wife last year after they defeated Arkansas.
Yep, Hester, and it was a close game, and we understand that if they not won, it wasn't going to go through. So, good thing they got that. But they have a kickoff return or something in that game that Trinan Holiday helped them with, or something.
Yeah. Well, he got married last July and
named their first kid Trinan.
Among his groomsmen was Matt Flynn. Here's Flynn going right.
Throwback.
Yes, it is. Hello, Dixon, and he slipped. Might not have made it anyway because there was coverage coming.
Plays that they practiced Thursday. There he is to the right side. All the flow goes to the right. Watch the tight end. Sometimes they fall down. They hide. They go the other way. Ball's a little thrown out. Looking at Flynn today, and I'm not saying anything bad, he's really having a better day throwing the ball backwards than forwards. He is.
I'm just looking at you. I'm questioning your statement that you're not saying anything bad.
They're winning 21-7.
I've got my eyebrows raised a little bit, okay?
Well, the backward pass was there, went all the way.
Oh, goodness. Cody Wells was covering. Here's the stretch. It'll be 3rd and a smidgen. Well, modest numbers, 7 to 16 for 62 yards.
And 262, and you consider the weather, and you consider early Doucette not playing in the game, you consider he's coming off an ankle that he's probably not pushing off well. Listen, the guy throws a good ball. He can win a game for them. He doesn't just have to be a caretaker. Some games he can be a caretaker and win. This looks like one of those games. He can be a caretaker and win. But he also, I think, as the season goes along, can be a quarterback that can win a game. And that'll be the key. Remember last year, Jamarcus Russell, Tennessee? He had to win a game. Right. He did it.
It'll be third down and short. I formation behind Matt Flynn. They're going to run right. Yes, they are. Here's Hester. Touchdown, Louisiana State University. Carries and a TD for Jacob Hester. Out of Shreveport, high school classmate of USC quarterback John David Booty. Matter of fact, Booty was supposed to be a groomsman in the wedding, and the day of the wedding, he had to take the final to graduate. Yeah, right. So they listed him as an honorary groomsman. Extra point is up and good.
Well, Jacob Hester, remember last year, Vern, looked just like this play, where his elbow came down against Florida? He got the elbow over this time.
Would you agree that these two products taste similar?
Yes.
Do you think that we, as the Coke brand, would have a case against the Coke Zero brand? Because they've infringed upon our taste?
It's a novel theory. What would your proposed endgame be? What would your...
That they were crushed and Ron, their director, was in the fetal position crying under the copier. Crying.
Nissan engineers know the backbone of any truck is its frame. That's why the Nissan Titan's frame is fully boxed. Unlike competitors' C-frames that are prone to flexing, our box frame is the strongest truck frame we've ever built. Just one more reason. It's the Titan of trucks. The new 2008 full-size Nissan Titan. Now get up to $3,500 Nissan cashback or 1.9% APR financing.
Hey, I was just about to call you.
More bars in more places. That's what you can expect from the new AT&T. The largest digital voice and data network in America. So switch to the network you can trust. AT&T. Your world delivered. These savages kill for sport.
You play ball or you're a dead man.
Go to hell.
We'll meet you there, killer.
Shark season premiere Sunday after Cold Case on CBS.
Home Depot SEC on CBS. Next week, we will be either in Jacksonville for Alabama, Florida State, or in Gainesville for Auburn versus Florida. That decision to be made tomorrow, next Saturday, 5 o'clock, a special time, and it'll begin with Tim and Spencer in college football today, next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern Time. That's assuming that Tim Brando can remain patient until they come on the air. Josh Jasper will kick off, and Chris Culliver, number 17, is the deep man. Well, Gary, you said when Spurrier rolled the dice and went for it on 4th and inches, it could turn into a rout.
Well,
still not, but
well,
yeah.
I guess it's not.
No.
I mean, against this defense, pretty hard to imagine, scoring 3 touchdowns against them, but, I guess I've seen things happen like that. What's really amazing is, like Carnell Stewart, that right tackle, that's a first-year starter.
Right.
I mean, that's just amazing. You just keep, and they're excited about their young freshman tackles from their great recruiting class, Barksdale and other guys that they just were raving about that are the next wave of offensive linemen coming behind these guys.
The reason for the delay is because of continuing clock problems. Josh Jasper will kick off 28-7. This, by the way, is the first time these two schools have met in football when both
special teams is the best way to get this team going and jump-started. Culliver gets the football, gashes it right up the middle. And now an opportunity, as you say, you know, if you're going to stay in this game and not make it a blowout, you have to put points on the board. And I don't even think you got to put more than points on the board. You got to put a touchdown on the board.
Yeah. On the ground, they're averaging 1.1 yards per rush. There's a play fake, and Smelly is back, goes across the middle, almost picked off by Curtis Taylor. He saw the ball better than the intended receiver.
Well, Jason Barnes fell down that time. That was wide open over the middle of the field. Good throw by Smelly. Great protection up front. And Jason Barnes falls down. Now, you got to know the field. You have to know the conditions, and you have to keep your weight centered over you on plays like that. You can't run those full throttle cuts at 90 degrees on this type of field.
And so 2nd and 10. Sanders, the linebacker. Play fake again. Smelly back. Pressure from the backside. Goes deep and has a man, but it's double coverage. And Chevis Jackson knocks Craig Stelz off the ball. Stelz leads the country in interceptions. He had 3 in the opening game of the season and tacked on 1 more, and he had this one taken away by his teammates.
I think you're going to have to do a little better job of beating Chris Stelz. He just kind of smells these plays. He's seen every type of play-action pass, and you're right. The ball hawks, that would have been Stelz going, I could have had that one.
Come on.
No.
That could have been number 5. 3rd and 10. Mike Davis is the running back. He's alongside Chris Smelly, the redshirt freshman from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Here's Smelly back. Again, they go across the middle, and the catch is made by Wesley Saunders, the tight end. That is good enough to move the chain. Now Red Lobster presents today's Scholar Athlete. Leonard Stafford, grade point average. That's close to what you posted at Purdue. How about that? 4.0 in electrical engineering. He's been a member of the Dean's List all 8 semesters at South Carolina. Red Lobster's commitment to the investment of our future shown today by donating $1,000 to the University of South Carolina's General Scholarship Fund.
I felt that was the best offensive play for South Carolina today. Smelly just threw that with Dorsey right in his face.
He'll try it again. Goes left side and has Boyd open. So back-to-back first downs for South Carolina now, as Corey Boyd out of Orange, New Jersey, is shoved out of bounds with a first down.
That's the matchup that Steve Spurrier thought he could exploit in this game. His running backs, who he feels are very good receivers, against the linebackers from LSU. Now, what Chris Smelly's doing here is baiting as he throws. He can feel that rush. He's kind of backing up and throwing it at the same time, and right now he's getting away with it.
Mo Brown is on the field as a 3rd wideout. First down at the 22-yard line. Blitz. Smelly hands it off to Boyd. He's caught and dropped. Well, there's Glenn Dorsey and Marlon Favorite, but Dorsey was the first guy there.
Well, here's what a guy like this does for you. You know, he plays with such a high motor. You're forced to put 2 guys on him, and then somebody else gets the sack on that play. But he put 1 guy on him, he gets the sack. Got to run the ball on him. He stuffs the play with 1 arm and makes the tackle. And in his spare time, he gets the crowd ready to play.
From nearby Gonzales, Louisiana, a 20-minute ride in the direction of New Orleans. 2nd and 15. Good protection this time. Deep in the left corner for Saunders. Intercepted by Jackson. Well, he took one away from his teammate Craig Stelz, and he says, I'll take this one all by myself. It's his first interception of the year.
You know what happens here? Here's a smart player that knows where his help is. Chevis Jackson knows he's got a free safety in the middle. Here's his help. Now watch Jackson to the outside. He knows, don't go for the fake, because I'm to the outside, play outside technique. There it is, and I make the interception.
wasted 14 million miles and wrecked so many before we let you behind the wheel? Why did we engineer door hinges that could hold a 200-pound man and brakes that could slow the car from 80 to 0 in just 4 seconds? Why? Because we promised you a Mercedes-Benz. That's why.
Introducing the all-new 2008 C-Class, starting at $31,975.
Welcome to PowerOf.org. Welcome to TIAA-CREF. We put the strength of a $400 billion financial services.org and the heart of a nonprofit to work for those who serve others. We do this with low fees and honest, objective advice. Put PowerOf.org to work for you at TIAA-CREF, financial services for the greater good.
How did we get hooked into this?
Don't worry. I got enough for both of us.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
First time at the Opera Place?
Television's most thrilling show returns with a new case so emotional, no one will ever be the same. Criminal Minds, the season premiere, Wednesday on CBS.
Back at Baton Rouge where a little coaching is going on, Steve Spurrier and Chris Smelly. You watched practice Wednesday and said Spurrier is a little rough on his freshman.
He is, because he knows he's got some potential. He tells him he has to hold the ball a certain way. He tells him it has to be thrown a certain spot, and he listens. He'll be a good quarterback.
From the one, Matt Flynn with the change. And another, and let's call timeout, chat about this. We have continuing clock problems. And time is called late third quarter. It's 28-7.
We don't need help remodeling our kitchen. I can do this. Trust me.
I have an idea.
The Home Depot is the answer. Our home services installers are pros you can trust, who use the best materials. And right now get no payments, no interest for 12 months on all installations of $299 or more.
My work here is done.
Honey, give me the hammer.
The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
I'm a student. I grew up in Philadelphia.
What are you doing, sweetie?
I am texting, Mom. But I go to school in Delaware.
Mitochondrion is the powerhouse of the cell, so you can see that the
My brother goes to school in Prague. I got a bunch of friends who study in Chicago. So I need a network that works where I live. A place called Philaware Prague-Chicago.
He's back.
Yep. The new AT&T works in more places like Philaware, Prague, Chicago.
To go third quarter, 28-7. LSU used one of its timeouts, got reorganized, and Ryan Perilou comes in during the timeout.
Yeah, and that means they're going to run the quarterback, right? That's what I'd do. I mean, I would not run Flynn right now. Right? I don't want him pushing with that right ankle. Quarterback sneak, I want Perilou doing it.
Well, good call. Well, on the LSU sidelines, something curious going on, Trace.
Yeah, it's like a funny joke, you know. How many people does it take to change a jersey on a defensive lineman? There are about 4 coaches out here trying to change Tyson Jackson's jersey. It was pretty funny out here, guys.
Well, I would say it's because he's so ripped.
Yeah, the other thing is the reason a lot of guys keep the jerseys on the shoulder pads and put it on together because they want them so skin tight now that they don't grab them and hold them, and that's why once you get one ripped, it's hard to put them over the shoulder pads with you in them.
Matt Flynn, handoff. Left side. That's Keelan Williams. Ball is stolen, but I believe it was whistled dead. Yes, it was. Well, Matt Flynn playing with the high ankle sprain, never easy.
No, it hasn't been pretty. Bad weather conditions. Started off okay, but then you could see right away when he tried to really rip into the ball with something like that, but maybe not.
Was it in college or in middle school?
I don't remember, to tell you the truth. Might have guess we faked one, but I don't know how it worked.
Keelan Williams. Oh, that looked ugly.
That was tough.
Marvin Sapp, number 53, never fooled by that one.
Yeah, one of those backup linebackers was in the game because of Jasper Brinkley. That was a big stop, and you know LSU was not about to put the ball in the air down here. They had a stop. They feel their defense is stopping them pretty well, and I got to believe that South Carolina's number 83 in their inside. 83 is in their inside. Let's see if he goes for it. I don't see him.
No, I don't either.
Is he? Yeah,
yes.
Right over the center. He's right over the center. Let's see. He's right there.
And he deflected one in the first quarter. Patrick Fisher, first year as the punter, is back.
Oh.
Well,
great punt, though.
And it's caught by McKinley at the 40-yard line, across the 50, inside the 45, and down at the 41-yard line. This week, Dave's all new with Jennifer Garner, Stupid Human Tricks, and Paris Hilton. Plus, Monday, don't miss Jamie Foxx. And from the new series Kane, Jimmy Smith's only on CBS.
South Carolina's going to come back out here, got the ball back again here in the third quarter. You know, it's the closest game LSU's had, basically.
That's right.
Okay, so to them, it's still a game. Interesting. Now, think about this. This is a Steve Spurrier offense. The best receiver, number one receiver is a wide receiver. The next four are tight ends and running backs. There's not much firepower out there at wide receiver.
First down and 10. Smelly is back. He's on in relief. Oh, he's going to be beheaded. Glenn Dorsey. What a player.
Yeah. The only time we got him and talking to him yesterday, and I'm looking to see if he looks over at Spurrier, but he didn't do it. I said, you know, if you get a sack and you get it going, are you tempted to look over the bench and see if you can get Steve to throw his visor? And what did he say, Bruce? Yeah.
Well, he pointed at you and said, you know what, that's a great idea.
But he didn't look
that's
over there.
That's exactly what I'm going to...
Well,
he's too in the game.
Visor's gone.
Visor's gone. He missed his moment.
Exactly.
Patrick DeMarco is on at fullback, and he blocks for Corey Boyd. And he gets a few back to the 43.
Jeez, again, he makes a tackle.
Well, Glenn Dorsey talked about the respect he has for Steve Spurrier.
Yeah, it is. Like you said, growing up, I knew who Steve Spurrier was. I know he was a great coach at Florida. You know, he's done a lot of great things, and you know, it's really exciting. You know, I'm honored to get an opportunity, you know, to be on the same field as him. You know, because he's a great coach, and you know, I'm just looking forward to the challenge, looking forward to the opportunity to get to play against his team.
He's played pretty well against his team. 3rd and 12 should be the final play of the third quarter unless they get a first down. Smelly across the middle, and the tight end Saunders circles back and lost the first down.
Bad move. Now they're going to have to go for it. 4th down.
Yep.
Saunders, an interesting player, though, for South Carolina. I mean, you know, he's a freshman. There was talk that he might redshirt this year, but you can see his talent. True
Season begins Monday on CBS.
Kane, the new drama starring Jimmy Smits, premieres Tuesday on CBS.
Bowie Outfitters, everything outdoors. Staffed by people who hunt and fish. Guns, knives, camo, ammo, archery, clothing, rods, reels, tackle, and more. If you need outdoor gear, Bowie Outfitters has it. Unsurpassed customer service and competitive pricing. Bowie Outfitters, everything outdoors. On Perkins between Essen and Bluebonnet.
Are you frustrated by how much time it takes to get from here to there?
I'd like to check on a flight. Yes, I'll hold.
Speed it up. Get into the sky with the all-new FlyBTR.com. With just a few mouse clicks, you can book flights, hotels, and car rentals, and get a real comparison of your travel costs. If you're ready for departure, why wait? Book all your travel at the new FlyBTR.com, a service of Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport.
Publications across the state support Blueprint Louisiana, calling it a smart agenda and a long-needed workable plan for governmental reform. Want to know where the candidates stand? Visit blueprintlouisiana.org for a complete list of who's on board to help improve our state's ethics laws, education, workforce development, healthcare, and roads. Then stand up for what's right and vote for those who want to help make our state a better place. Blueprint Louisiana. It's time to create the state we deserve.
You're watching WAFB Channel 9, Louisiana Sports Channel.
Welcome back, Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. We begin the final quarter with LSU and Glenn Dorsey leading 28-7. South Carolina with a 4th and 3 as they try to climb back into this. Chris Smelley, the redshirt freshman, at quarterback. Play fake. Smelley left side. Nice tackle at the 31-yard line. Did he or did he not?
Well, it's real close to the line, landing around. Oh, looks like he marked it right inches away from that yellow line. Did he touch it or not? Now I wonder if Steve will challenge this play if he doesn't make it.
Well, there's the view from the end zone. Saunders down at the 31. Right. And now let's take the line as unofficial.
Elbow came down short of that line, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Now let's see if he doesn't make it. If Steve Spurrier challenge, oh, he made it. Did he?
No.
No. Now, if I was Steve Spurrier, I would use a challenge. Will he?
Not going to do it.
I'm not surprised. Boy, an inch here or there, he might be able to move it up now. I mean, from our naked eye, it doesn't look like he makes it, does it?
Right. No, it does not. But again, that the yellow line is unofficial.
Right.
And Spurrier decides not to make the challenge.
He's asking.
Yeah, he sure is.
I wonder if he's asking, can I challenge that? He is. He is. I mean, you got to take the gamble here, don't you? Yeah, you have to take the gamble here. You're not going to give no. Say, stick the ball out. He says he's going back to the play before to the young freshman tight end. You know, you killed me on that. I got you open. We had a first down, and you went backwards.
And so the review going on upstairs.
Boy, the linesman is right on it.
Yes,
I mean, he's right on it. He's running to the spot where he sees the divot. I mean, you'd have to have, you know, only guy, Pat McEnroe would be the only one that could make anything out of this. John McEnroe would be arguing. Pat would say, oh, where's the Cyclops, right?
So the challenge underway, 28-7. That was the first play of the fourth quarter. And the decision has been made upstairs. Here's Thomas Riddle.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
official upstairs could say, oh, yeah, that's clearly the wrong spot. The official ran out, put his foot down, but Steve Spurrier doesn't know that, and that's 2 straight 4th down, no makes.
And so the ball goes over on downs, and LSU has it at its own 31-yard line. Second play of the 4th quarter, Brandon LaFell goes wide to the left. And here's the handoff, the sweep to the right side. Holiday. Now let's go back to the studio for this Liberty Mutual update. Here's Tim Brenda.
Vern and Gary, after what happened in the last series for Arkansas offensively against Alabama last week, Houston Nutt really needs this week. Andre Woodson fumbles. Antoine Robinson gobbles it up, 16 yards for the score. Razorbacks with a 10-0 lead early over upstart Kentucky.
Tough for Kentucky to go into Razorback Stadium and upend the Razorbacks. And again, as Tim said, after that heart-wrenching loss to Alabama last week. Second down and 6. And off they come right side. And it'll be 3rd down.
The first time that LSU showed the pistol formation. I think they should call it here at LSU the Pistol Pete, shouldn't they?
They should.
I mean, you can't use the word pistol in Baton Rouge without putting the name Pete to it. Is the way I look at it.
Well, the Pete Maravich Assembly Center is right next door, adjacent here. There's Gary Croton, the offensive coordinator, former head coach at BYU. He's been a few stops in his coaching career.
Well, last year it was with Oregon, and he knew that team was about ready to explode, and he was right. You can see how they've started out offensively.
Flynn to the 45. Well, we're early 4th quarter, 28-7. Steve Spurrier has gone for it twice on 4th down. Not to be, just your overall impression, Gary.
Well, you know, they're not going to keep beating people by 40 points. I mean, at 40-0 all year, it's not going to happen. And maybe some people say, well, they weren't quite as impressive. I'm still impressed. I knew South Carolina had a physical team. And, oh, yeah.
That's a nice-looking jacket.
Well, somebody's paying the price for this one. I got the baby back, don't I?
I think the guy who snuck in here is not in here anymore.
You got it back. It fits.
It fits, does it? And the pitch left side. Loss. That's Murphy. Top 10. USC at home tonight. That should be Washington State. And LSU, Carolina. Florida hung on to defeat Ole Miss. Oklahoma laid 62 on Tulsa. West Virginia over East Carolina. Cal, Arizona, Texas, Rice just getting started. Ohio State over Northwestern. 58-7. Wisconsin against Iowa. Second down, 15. Matt Flynn is the quarterback. Richard Murphy is the running back.
And right now, I'm sorry. Right now, LSU, well, South Carolina knows LSU is not going to be passing every down. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the clock. They don't want Matt Flynn to get hurt. You're going to, he's not going to be scrambling. So it's going to be pretty vanilla and punt the ball. If they throw the ball, they'll throw it deep. No reason to kind of give a turnover and get South Carolina back in this football game.
Terrence Tolliver, a true freshman, number 80, is way wide to the left, top of the screen. 3 wide receivers in that direction. Here's Flynn. He will throw, and it's in front of Jacob Hester and might have been picked off.
The good news for South Carolina is Jasper Brinkley's back in the football game. They absolutely need him to make that run at the SEC East. I mean, they got winnable games in front of them on their schedule. He's back in the football game, and no matter how this thing turns out, Spurrier will be able to rally the troops and get him going with that schedule in front of him.
On 4th down and 17, Patrick Fisher is on. Here comes the pressure. No, they went after it again. And it slides left. Goes out of bounds. Craig Stelz is down there to make sure it doesn't go terribly far. So the one less than glamorous effort today has been by the punting unit for LSU. We are early in the 4th quarter in Death Valley. For the moment, the rain showers have subsided.
He's in the business of selling marijuana legally. And there are hundreds of stores selling pot right here in the USA. How can that be? 60 Minutes tomorrow.
sir. Got your new appliances from the Home Depot. You just sign right here.
Appliances? Honey, if I get new golf clubs, you can get whatever you like.
Right now, get no payments, no interest for 12 months on purchases store-wide of $2.99 or more through Sunday with your Home Depot consumer credit card. Plus, get 10% off your first purchase when you open a new Home Depot credit card account and put it on the card.
Born in 1983, Ben Winkler was one of the first Cabbage Patch Kids. But it wouldn't be long before this Cabbage Patch Kid became a Cabbage Patch adult. Like so many child stars before him, Ben was struggling. However, his bad fortune turned around when in 2003, it is believed he switched his car insurance to Geico, netting him much-needed money. Financially secure, he went on to win the celebrity dance competition.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And now, it's time for our Geico scoring recap.
South Carolina scored first on Mike Davis's one-yard run at the end of a 67-yard drive. And then scoring-wise, it's been all LSU. Trindon Holiday with a 33-yard run to notch it at 7. And then Richard Dixon, a one-yard reception from Matt Flynn. That made it 14-7 and the play of the game. The fake field goal as Flynn tosses it to Colt David. He heads for the quarter unimpeded. And then Jacob Hester, the most recent touchdown, goes in to make it 28-7 LSU, and that's where we stand with 12-11 to go in the ballgame. First down and 10. Smelly on in relief of Blake Mitchell, and Mike Davis is the running back. And off Davis, nothing. Tackle made by Jonathan Zenon, number 19.
How about that? Two corners like Jackson and Zenon that can cover so well, play so smart, and yet almost be linebacker type stop in the run. I mean, that's why, you know, I'm not comparing them to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but when the Steelers used to use that umbrella defense with Blount up there at the line, those guys were almost like linebackers. That's what these corners are. They're at the line of scrimmage. It's almost like a 9-man line. You can't run wide on LSU.
Second down, 14 yards rushing now for South Carolina. And that one will mix up with Jason Barnes, the wide receiver, and the quarterback, Smelly. 3rd and 9.
There's nothing there right now. There's nobody to throw to. How about this, Vern? I just got a stat from someone. Who gave me this stat? I can read it, though.
I think
40, who was it?
David Food.
Oh, great. 48 possessions by the LSU defense, 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, 48 possessions this year.
Wow. 3rd and 9. Jumped on the right side, and I don't think he was drawn. Oh, maybe he was. Glenn Dorsey says yes. Okay. Here's Ritter.
Dead ball, false start, 57, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Garrett Anderson. Don't forget, later in the game today, the 5-star play of the game presented by Wrangler. Down, 14. Glenn Dorsey.
Boy, does this guy ever stop? I mean, he's 300-plus pounds with that kind of energy out there.
Timeout.
It's amazing.
South Carolina. 11:27 remaining.
I work in the movies.
It's Monty?
Later. I'm a kind of star, I guess. I live in Hollywood, but I work on Broadway in New York. Thank you. In Tombstone, Arizona. A part of South America you might not have heard of. Hi, Klaus. And London, England. Hi, I'm in the middle of something. Hi. So I need a network that works where I live. A place called Holyoke, Arizona, South of Maryland.
Monty.
Monty. What's the deal?
The new AT&T works in more places like Holyoke, Arizona, South of Maryland.
We're not even on the right.
Chick-fil-A's tasty chicken biscuits, chicken minis, or breakfast burritos.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Chick-fil-A, Toyota, Applebee's, and by the new AT&T. Crowd that once numbered 92,000 to watch Glenn Dorsey on the right, his mom, Sandra, on the left. He said, Mom's always worried about an injury.
Yeah.
She sees me hurt a little finger, and she'll say, son, don't you think you need to sit out the next game?
Exactly. And he said, I'm a mama's boy, though.
Yeah.
And he lives 20 miles away. She does.
Third down. Smelly left side. McKinley got a pretty good block. And comes up empty. Danny McCray makes the tackle. So 11:16 to go. And I assume Steve Spurrier's not going to go for it again. Oh, well, maybe he is.
No, he'll punt. But Bo Pelini,
yeah, here they come.
Bo Pelini's defense, so well schooled. Smart plays we've showed you, effort plays we've showed you, and physical plays. I mean, they really have it all here. I mean, the question is, you know, will he handle it against the spread? There's Bo right there. You know, he was everywhere. He was in Nebraska, went to Oklahoma for a short stint. Now here, really making a name for himself.
The punt to Jared Mitchell. Grabs it at the 26 and is going to be tackled at the 30-yard line. 46-yard punt, 6 on the return. 10 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Seconds-ranked LSU leads by 21.
Truck guys will tell you, taking off from a dead stop with 10,000 pounds ain't no picnic. So this half-ton's got massive torque, 6-speed tranny with tow haul mode, and 4 oversized disc brakes. Because stopping 10,000 pounds ain't no picnic either. Available on the full-size Tundra, the truck that's changing it all.
Monday, nothing can protect Horatio Kane from his own son. Don't miss the season premiere of CSI Miami Monday, only on CBS.
The CBS Sports Desk is presented by the new AT&T.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tim Brando, and welcome to the AT&T CBS Sports Desk. In baseball action today, the Chicago Cubs, with just over a week left in the regular season behind a couple of home runs from Alfonso Soriano, beat Pittsburgh. Now, the Cubs lead Milwaukee by 2 in the NL Central, and their magic number is at 7 games. In the upset of the day, Syracuse beat Louisville. Andrew Robinson hit Mike Williams for the eventual game winner. Robinson had 4 touchdown passes. They win by 3. In Lincoln, Ball State's Jake Hogue misses on a potential game-winning field goal of 55 yards. Nebraska wins it by 1. And Florida, behind 2 touchdown runs and 2 TD passes from Tim Tebow, fought off a pesky Ole Miss team to win 30-24. Tebow rushed for 166 yards. That's all for now from the AT&T CBS Sports Desk. Let's get you back to South Carolina and LSU.
The CBS Sports Desk is presented by the new AT&T.
28-7 LSU leading with 10:37 to go. Matt Flynn, the 5th-year senior from Tyler, Texas, continues at quarterback. He'll hand it off on first down, toss it back to Flynn. Flynn goes deep. He's got Brandon LaFell, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Hampton, number 33. Interesting.
Kind of shoots my theory.
Sure does.
Keep the chains moving, run the ball. No, they're going to do this pistol peak formation, throw the ball downfield. You got a guy right in the middle of the field, Matt Flynn. You can't throw the ball when there's a guy right in the middle of the field like that. That's the first thing you got to check out. Little flea flicker play. Look at 33 right in the middle of the field. Chris Hampton's just standing there, say thank you. And if he wasn't knocked down by, was it LaFell or was it his own guy?
I think it was his own guy,
yeah.
Yes. And so Chris Smelly back on a quarterback, 28-7 with 10:28 to go. Right side, almost
Gamecocks not one of the original members. They joined the league when the SEC expanded in 1992, so their overall record 44-73-1. Bowl record since 92 is 4-1. They've had one Heisman Trophy winner in the history of the school. George Rogers won the award in 1980 prior to South Carolina's joining the SEC. Second down and 10. 4 men down for LSU. They bring 5, and Smelly is hit as he lets it go. It's incomplete. Derry Beckwith, number 48, coming with the pressure. Let's go back to New York and spend a moment with Tim Brenda.
Vernon, Gary, if you had been with us on the college football today, you would have heard Spencer Tillman say that Raphael Little gives Rich Brooks' team some balance. It's not just about Keenan Burton and Andre Woodson. He goes into Little from 14 yards. It's 10-7 Hogs at Razorback Stadium. Back to Vern.
Tim, we were with you in spirit. Just we were trying to get ready for the telecast, so we didn't hear Spencer say that. 3rd and 10. 28-7 with 10:16 to go. Here comes the rush. Smelly lets it go. Boyd has it, but he's going to be short of the first down. Oh, no, he's not. How about that? He broke the tackle and skipped down the sideline. First down, South Carolina.
Yeah, there's a play that should have been 5 or 6 yards, and Boyd just stuck with it. Oftentimes, I think, a lot of defensive players now, because they're calling these penalties so much, when a player's near the sideline, really just don't finish off plays now. And this time, you could see Boyd tiptoed down, did not go out of bounds, and it seemed to me that Danny McCray kind of pulled off the play, saying, I thought he was going to go out of bounds.
That is a gain of 21, a first down, South Carolina. Trailing by 21 points, first down at the 41. Draw play, Boyd goes right. Al Woods, number 97, wrapped him up. Well, Steve Spurrier tried to take a realistic approach to this visit to Death Valley, and he said even if we lose, the goals we've set for the season are accomplishable. The goals include winning 8 games, winning the bowl game, and finishing in the top 25.
And think about the next 3 games: Mississippi State and Kentucky at home, at North Carolina, and then Vanderbilt at home. Those are all winnable games before they go to Tennessee. They could go there 7-1, even if they lose this game.
Second down and 9. Blitz comes. Smelly stands in, and Chevis Jackson slipped, so the ball was short in front of Jason Barnes. It'll be 3rd and 9.
You know, they're moving the ball okay. Underthrown ball. Can't we throw the ball deep enough? That's what he's been saying. We underthrow our deep balls all the time. First time Dorsey has been on the sideline, I think, all game when we find him. Yeah, he was sitting down, though. Not sitting down. He's ready to go back in.
Elected to come back. Would have, consensus is he would have been a first-round draft pick. And he decided to return. In part, he said he wanted to be in control. Felt like if he had a good senior season, he would move up even higher in the draft. 3rd and 9. Blitz again. Across the middle, caught at the 29-yard line. That's a first down. Wesley Saunders, number 88. Another catch for Saunders, and that's an 11-yard gain.
That is a matchup that Steve knows he has in his pocket. Saunders, 88, matched up against Curtis Taylor. No, this time it's Stelz. It's number 16. Taylor's the other safety. He believes he can beat both of them man-to-man. Now, I can tell you he has a little square in and go against those safeties. He's saving it. See if it comes to the tight end, just like that.
See the numbers for Chris Smelly.
Right there.
Yep.
Get in and go. See if he does it. There it is. Didn't get it, though.
Yep, a little route underneath to Corey Boyd. He's got that. And it's going to be 1st and goal, South Carolina.
Yep, those matchups with those running backs. He was trying to get that tight end on a safety right here, going in and go, or out and go. This time it's Boyd that runs it underneath. Good job by Smelly. Did not think he had it. Stem and go. Throws it to the back instead, and Highsmith goes right there. You got to put Dorsey back in.
That's the second time today. This is the second time that South Carolina has been inside the 20. They got
said, you just got me on that one-on-one pattern, and I just got you on that run between the tackles. We're even. And a one-on-one pass route, my guys didn't get the quarterback. I had to cover up. Yeah, well, this is what I can do. You can do some things, I can do some things.
Second down and goal. Clock running with 8:10 to go. Boyd, 16 carries for 14 yards today. Quick setup, they come left side, and the pass is incomplete in the end zone, intended for Mo Brown, number 9.
The problem with throwing this fade route is LSU was playing in and out coverage, and again, Jackson knew he had help inside, so he could really overplay the fade. The ball needed to be thrown higher. When South Carolina was practicing those fades near the goal line, they wanted it up in the air and the receiver to jump up and catch it up at the high point. It wasn't thrown high enough.
Third and goal.
Looks like they're coming at him. Everybody's inside.
And again, the quick setup, inside route. Jason Barnes, incomplete. Fourth and goal. That was Jonathan Zenon, number 19, defending.
If you're going to move the ball or throw the ball against this defense, you almost have to do it exactly right. I mean, that ball needs to be thrown low, and that one was thrown high.
Well, they're going for the field goal.
Well, maybe they got one of those fades.
That's what I just...
doesn't make any sense at all,
I was just thinking, you're down by 21 points with 7:48 to go.
I don't get this one.
What good are 3 points going to do for you? It's a 23-yard effort.
Wow.
Line drive, it's good. Well, it's an 18-point margin. Sometimes I just don't understand.
Toyota presents Heroes of the Fall.
I don't know if I really knew if I could win the Heisman for one reason. First of all, you know, we were not in the division. You know, we was independent. And Herschel Walker was such a great running back, and Hugh Green from Pittsburgh was a great defensive player. And the odds of me winning wasn't very good. Winning the Heisman Trophy mean a whole lot, not only to me, but to my teammates, my coaching staff, and the people that was here. Certainly George Rogers was not the guy that was the best football player. There's a lot of players came from South Carolina, and I'm just one of them. And I just like to be remembered like that because that's just what kind of person I am.
Toyota, moving forward.
We're not even in the right quarters are in time. Go. And you're a lady. Oh, eat it up, buddy. Adios. Oh. Is that part of the show?
Give it to me, 1, 2, 3.
Introducing Applebee's new Ultimate Trios. Great taste, great big portions, and a great price. Choose 3 from 7 delicious options to create your ultimate flavor fest. Like our famous boneless chicken wings and classic buffalo sauce. Our new 100% Angus beef mini bacon cheeseburgers. And the new Tuscan cheese spread with toasted ciabatta bread. Ultimate Trios, ultimate platter at an unbeatable price. Only at Applebee's.
Give it to me, 1, 2, 3.
Well, our entire college football crew will be back here in 2 weeks for a primetime matchup. Number 3 Florida against number 2 LSU. Their current records, Gary, 4-0, 3-0,
Wow.
3.5-0.
It'll be fun. We saw that Florida, when they go on the road, it's not quite as easy in this conference. Tebow on the road. You know, I did say watching that game, though, he's starting to look more like a quarterback standing in the pocket throwing the ball, but he better be against this defense. Now, 18 points. I'm trying to figure out Steve's logic here. I know he's got some somewhere. I figure if he gets 2 touchdowns, goes for 2 twice, he can still kick a field goal, but that's a lot of logic.
That is a lot.
16, I could, you know, sell it. I'm having trouble selling it.
Yep. Matt Flynn, fifth-year senior, had a stellar moment in a win over Miami 2 years ago in the Peach Bowl when Jamarcus Russell was injured. But today, bothered by the high ankle sprain, 8 of 19. Grew up in Tyler, Texas. His dad, Alvin, was a quarterback at Baylor in the mid-60s. And he told us he went to an Alabama-Tennessee game and saw SEC football, became a fan. And so when LSU offered, he didn't think about staying at home in Texas. Here's the handoff to Jacob Hester.
Well, like I said, I was, you know, watching him. He has the ability to manage a game. Now today, I just throw out today's game. Just throw this thing out. This coming off an injury, the way the weather is, you know, with the way they were able to run the ball, I think he's just managing this game, getting it through. And it's going to be tough to run the ball here, I think, against South Carolina. They're selling out to it. And, you know, let's see if they can. If you can mash out a first down when everybody knows you want to run the ball, that's the sign of an offensive line that can really win you games.
Here's the toss. Sean Flynn leading the way. Jacob Hester. Well, Alvin and Ruth Flynn have made the trip over from Tyler, Texas, and they're with Tracy Wolfson. Trace?
Yeah, that's right, Vern. I'm here with Ruth Flynn, Matt's mom. And Ruth, it has been a long time that Matt's waited to finally get this opportunity to start. How hard was that for him?
Well, there's two things about Matthew. He is very competitive, and ever since he was a junior, he wanted to be a Tiger. It didn't matter what was going to happen. He was going to come and be a Tiger. He always, you know, prepared like he was going to start each week. So he was an inspiration to us for the 4 years. And so obviously we're blessed, we're thrilled, we're excited. It's great.
Well, I'm also here with Alvin Flynn, who was, as you mentioned, Vern, a quarterback at Baylor. And Alvin, we heard a little story that you had a chance to actually start here at Tiger Stadium, and an interesting experience. Can you tell us about that?
Well, I did. When I was at Baylor, we played here in Tiger Stadium, and when we did our pregame warm-ups, went back in the dressing room and had a pep talk, whatever, and everybody was excited. And the first player out the dressing room, swinging doors, opened it up, and the Tiger cage was about 3 feet out there, and it hit the Tiger cage. He roared, pawed out the cage, scared us to death. We ended up, the only way we could get to the field was to walk single file against the wall, sliding against the wall with the Tiger rattling the cage right in front of us. That's a little thing they did back then to kind of unnerve a team, and it did. It was an experience.
Well, I have one more question for you. Is your son Matt Flynn or Matt Damon?
Well, he's had a lot of people say that he favored Matt Damon, and he does, I guess, but I guess we have to live with old Matt Flynn.
Thanks a lot, guys. Good luck.
All right, Tracy, thank you. 4th and 5 now, 28 to 10.
87. Jared Mitchell, 4th down. Tigers.
And LSU continues to hold on to this 28-10 lead.
Ryan Pearlou that time on that bootleg, kind of really tough. You can fade a little bit when you're in the pocket and throw a ball, but when you're on the run and you fade at the same time, you have nothing in the throw. He was kind of losing ground and running at the same time to the side. That ball just went right into the ground.
Patrick Fisher on again. Kenny McKinley is the deep man. This one is boom. That's by far the best punt of the day for Fisher, but it goes into the end zone. It'll come back to the 20-yard line. 51-yard punt, nothing on the return. Let's spend a moment with Tim Brando.
Fellas, Lloyd Carr is now 5-0 over Penn State when they're a top 10 team. Michael Hart takes it in from a yard out. Why Penn State doesn't challenge this call, I have no idea. Hart credited with 150 yards rushing today. The Nittany Lions have lost 9 straight to Michigan. Can you believe the Wolverines might win the Big Ten, having lost to Appalachian State? Vern.
As a matter of fact, Tim, yes, I can believe that. I sure can.
I think they'll be favored in the rest of their games again now. And then Wisconsin's their, tough one. Ohio State at the end, obviously, right?
Well, let's see if there's a clamor to get them in the BCS championship game then.
That was Vern, everybody.
First down and 10. Oh, Tracy Wolfson would like that. She's an alum. LSU leading the way. How about the Pac-10? There's some really good quality teams out there. In addition, I mean, Southern Cal, obviously.
Yeah, and I think it's, their offenses have always been pretty good. And I think they've just been called out so much on defense now that, the bar is being raised. And you better start playing something or USC is just going to embarrass you. You have to play better. That level of that conference will come up slowly because of USC's excellence.
Second down and 10. Chris Smelly is back across the middle into triple coverage. And that one incomplete, intended for Wesley Saunders, number 88. Ollie Highsmith was the closest defender.
Well, I still think this South Carolina team, they're not getting a lot of yards today. You can see it. Last one there against Arkansas, but not going to get a lot of yards against this defense. It's still the future for them. And remember, Florida goes to South Carolina.
Absolutely. That's a November game.
Beat them 2 years ago. Could have beat them last year.
Jarvis Moss with 2 blocked kicks in that game. Here's Smelly, right side. Wide open is Mo Brown, number 9. And Motors out near the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 26.
Simple pass pattern. You just go one guy curl, one guy go out, one guy come in, one guy out, one guy curl right in the middle. Passing 101. There's the lane. Stop, throw. Defensive back slips down. Zenon does, and throw it right at his face mask. Mo Brown, who's had trouble hanging on the ball occasionally, has been in and out of the starting lineup. If you don't catch the ball, you don't get to start.
First down and 10.
Smelly has looked good.
Yes, he has. I sure do think he has. Started once this year. That was the season opener when Blake Mitchell was suspended. First down and 10. Here's Smelly going near side, and there's one.
Drop.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
It looked that time that Mo Brown slipped a little and never really refocused. When you slip, I don't know, was it him? Yes, he did. When you slip, you kind of, no matter what, when you see how his eyes were low and they started to move up with tracking the ball, he just misjudged it. Should have had it, obviously should have had it, but you got to keep your feet. That ball's halfway on you in this Spurrier passing game. It's on you when you let it go.
Second down and 10. Blake Mitchell started the game for the most part ineffective today. He was 7 of 16 for 70 yards. Smelly now 10 of 22 for 128. Blitz across the middle. They caught him. Great call. Fine pass. Mike Davis being chased and caught from behind by Jonathan Zenon.
Yep, it's gimmick play. Gimmick play. You pretend like you're going to block the blitzing linebacker. You see the zero coverage called all the way. Just drop it off to the running back and could easily be a touchdown.
It's a gain of 38, so they're gouging out yardage here in the fourth quarter.
There'd be some anxious people around here if this was a two-touchdown game, a two-possession game right now.
And then you go back to the decision by Spurrier to go for 3 and kick the field goal. Interesting. 3:48 to go. Corey Boyd is the running back behind Chris Smelly. McKinley in the slot. They look in the corner for McKinley and overthrowing. Curtis Taylor was covering. Second and goal.
They got all the plays. The little shade slant where they hit behind one player this time. They ran a little hitch and go. Steve knows he's got a chance to get it. Then just a little bit high. A little too high. Just a little. Chris, I gave it to you. I gave you the touchdown. All you got to do is make the play. Beautiful play caller. I don't think there's ever been a better play caller in college football than Steve Spurrier.
One of 14 head coaches who still call their own plays. Second and goal. Mo Brown and Chris Smelly not on the same page that time. Third and goal. Now this was before the game. Look.
How to do the ball. Don't move it around. Keep it quiet. He says keep the ball
to have him back on the sidelines in college ball.
Hear about Pensky?
No.
Got hurt, missed work. Thought his major medical was enough. Poor guy. Didn't have Aflac.
What does Aflac do?
Let's say this is major medical right. Well, see the hole? That's where Aflac comes in. Helps pay for groceries, rent, all kinds of bills. Major medical? Poor Pensky. He thought he had enough coverage.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
3:33 to go, 28-10 LSU. They've got Tulane next week and then at home against Florida. And, of course, Florida takes on Auburn at home next week. That is possibly one of our games. We'll either be in Jacksonville for Alabama, Florida State, or in Gainesville for Florida, Auburn. That decision coming up tomorrow. And obviously depends on what goes on tonight. Alabama's got a big game at home against Mark Richt and the Georgia Bulldogs. 3rd and goal here. Smelly under pressure. Smelly's down.
Face mask.
Yep. Marlon Favorite.
Yep. I think it was over. Play was over. Smelly dips just when Favorite comes out there, and you can see it. That's going to be a personal foul, too, and automatic first down. Yep, the thing was over. Hit face mask. He do it. He's looking at that scoreboard now. They got a replay up there, number 1. That he's looking at a number 2. He's looking at the score and trying to figure out the strategy here. That was a good aggressive play. That happens. I mean, he wasn't reaching for that. He just reached out and grabbed him.
It does result in a first down.
It's automatic first down.
1st and goal with 3:21 to go. McKinley and Brown, Mo Brown to the left side. Backs in the eye. Boyd is the deep back. There's the audible from Chris Smelly. Draw play. Boyd goes right. Picks up 2 yards. Glenn Dorsey with the tackle. 28-10 LSU. They were behind 7-0 on a first quarter drive and then scored 21 unanswered. The key play was a fake field goal, a flip from Matt Flynn to Colt David to make it 21-7. They extended that to 28-7, and then South Carolina, down by 21 points on 4th down, decided to go for a Ryan Suckup field goal, and it's 28-10 right now. Here's the toss. This one might get in. Well, no, sir.
Might not.
Might not.
They got some great closing speed, don't they, for that defense? That's a big back right there, Corey Boyd. And look at that. That is Ollie Highsmith again, right on that play. Boyd's got Highsmith a few times, and Highsmith has gotten Boyd a few times.
3rd and 1. 3rd and goal from the 1. 2 minutes to go. Mike Davis is the running back now. Stafford is the fullback.
Will he throw the fade outside? Yes, he will.
And he's got him open. Touchdown! Kenny McKinley.
Yeah, he had to throw the fade. There was 10 guys in the box. You just got to go. You practice it every day. You're good at it. You had to throw it. McKinley came down, I think, just with his right foot in the back of the end zone that time. One-on-one. Matched up against Zenon right there. Ball's inside a little bit too much. His right foot comes right in the yellow. You saw it.
Kenny McKinley, the best of the returning receivers this year, and he makes the catch. Well thrown ball.
Yep. It could have been outside, but so what? It was good enough, deep enough.
And the play is under review up in the press box. The SEC replay official to see if his foot did it. It appeared to us it did.
Yes. Now it's all yellow, and there's a white border, so it should be very clear with these white shoes. Let's see. Right foot?
Yeah.
It looks to me like it does. I don't see any white yet.
Al Ford is the replay official. expand the look, even though it's fuzzy. There it is. Another angle from the end zone camera. That's
here. I think here's the definitive look right here.
Yeah,
look at that. There it is.
Good.
Yellow all around the toe.
Yep. McKinley says, yes, I've got it. Zenon says,
The ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Yep. So 28-16.
And you have to go for 2, obviously, to make it a 10-point game.
Right. 1:41 to go.
Just think if there was a, if it was a one-possession game right now. I think this is, in a way, good for both teams here. Now, so obviously you want to win the game, but they hung in the game for South Carolina. They're going to get a chance, if they do their job, to play LSU again. Okay, they can play them again. For LSU, it serves notice that they better be ready to play in this conference. They're not going to roll through this conference.
The try for 2 as South Carolina trails by 12. Stay at 12. Tyson Jackson, number 93, knocked it down.
Yeah, you're going to do it. Jackson knows that you're trying to throw a hitch pass to the outside. You better get it off quick because these big guys around you are going to eat it.
The margin remains 12.
Miller Chill, the new light beer, brewed with a hint of lime and salt. Its refreshment, unlike any other light beer. Miller Chill, Viva Refreshment.
It's Endless Shrimp, the only time of year to enjoy all the irresistible shrimp you can eat. All of your favorites are back, plus new buffalo shrimp. It's Endless Shrimp for a short time at Red Lobster. Come see what's fresh today.
They use it to shoot the game. They use it to broadcast the game. They use it to produce the game.
The main man on the field today is Peyton Manning.
So why wouldn't you use it to watch the game?
It's Peyton Manning.
Hi, Sony. Scoot over a bit, will you?
Nothing compares to a Sony Bravia HD TV because high definition is in our DNA.
Anybody got any chips?
1:41 to go, 28-16 now. And Spencer Lanning will kick off for South Carolina. First time he has been on the field today. Everybody expecting the onside kick. Holiday comes up. He's the only one who's deep. Here's the try. Oh!
Let's got it.
I think South Carolina may have it.
I think they might too. It'll be very interesting.
Oh! LSU.
This ball should have been cleanly handled. It wasn't, but he got the arm out there and got it back. Holy cow. See all those garnet shirts around it. I thought,
yeah, I did too.
Got it.
Richard Murphy was the guy who bobbled it or had it carom off his body.
I think South Carolina only has, what, 1 timeout left? Is that right?
Yes.
Stop the clock one more time.
And so Brandon LaFell, they will take a knee. Matt Flynn out. And let's see if Steve Spurrier elects to stop the clock at final time.
Well, it'll be interesting when Florida comes in here, won't it?
I think so.
Can Tebow run the ball against these guys and this defense? And, interestingly, Spurrier said if there's any, remember I said in the open, if there's any weaknesses, this guy will find it. He found some probing weaknesses that'll now be on the field. And how about what Bo Pelini told us, who didn't use it early in this game, is he has been watching tape of Florida and has been coming up with some ideas of how he wants to stop the spread. Will that not be interesting?
We'll be here. Hope all of you will too. Second down, 28-16. There's Bo Pelini.
Yep, Bo says he's got an idea. He thinks he's got an idea. How about my idea is that you use sure he will be.
Glenn Dorsey, the All-American defensive tackle. And a knee will be taken here. First time in the last 4 games that LSU has not exceeded 40 points. They had scored 4 in a row, plus 40. Ruby Tuesday, player of the game, defensive tackle Glenn Dorsey. 8 single tackles, a sack, and congratulations from Steve Spurrier. I think South Carolina can walk out of here thinking, you know what? We acquitted ourselves admirably.
Right. I think Steve would say, I'll play you again. I'll play you in that fast carpet in Atlanta, and we show we can play with you. Now, next time, maybe we can beat you. But you know what? A lot of work to get there. A lot of work to get there.
Now it's time for the 5-star play of the game presented by Wrangler, and with the call, Jim Hawthorne of the LSU Tiger Radio Network.
Thank you. 32-yard attempt. There's a snap. It's a fake, and the flip over to David, and he is going to score. Holy cow, what a play! What about that, old ball coach?
Well, that kind of turned the tide late first half, and our final score here, Louisiana State University wins it 28-16 to remain undefeated and no doubt continue as the #2 team in the country. They've got Tulane next. South Carolina goes back home. Our final score, 28-16. For Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson, thanks for being with us. Colt David will celebrate late into the evening in Baton